Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
My eyes on the title, I promise that I'm a true threat. Expect me, motherfucker, but y'all don't hear me though. I'm screaming loud on both ears, I'ma get stereo. I'ma get very no quit. Ain't in my mood set. My eyes on the title, I promise that I'm a true threat. Pipe bomb.
Yo, we had to go back old school one time with the AfterDark, you dig? Mr. Blackheart, and Mr. Warren, and Mr. Bacon King. Oh, sorry, that's my ESPN. That's the ESPN app on my phone. Apologize, folks. That's your prediction, Bacon King. Facts. This is a special AfterDark. We're gonna talk about some things and do some things. You already know the whole drills and everything else. Like, share, subscribe, leave a ring the bell, be notified, and everything the fuck else. Check out the link tree. You already know the whole deal. How to find us on Top Roast Podcast everywhere on the link tree. Displaying merchandise store, audio platforms, video platforms, everything else that you need. We got that bitch. Next thing that you know, we got the brand ambassadors, of course, the W Energy. Get the boosted energy that you need. Use 10% off your code OTTR Mobb at W.GG. Next, we got the Dreamlight University once again. Fall is upon us. School is upon us. Get yourself some new gear, 15% off, using the same coupon code at dreamalive.store. And of course, to get yourself some nice jewelry for yourself, the bling bling, the soul laced. Get 25% off your total purchase at getsoulace.com using the same coupon code OTTR Mobb. And last but not least, the Bonfire store that's still up and running and never been anywhere like this before. Bonfire.com/store/Off the Top Roast Podcast to get merchandise from Black Arts Angels, the Wrestler Asylum, AfterDark, WrestleNary, and more. Damn, bro, we had everything going on. What's going on with the rest of y'all? And big shout outs to our fellow sponsors for supporting Spooktober Slam. First and foremost, the Murray Hill Group LLC, a nice home renovation company based here in Boston, Massachusetts. It's been around for the last 10 years, doing some great things. And you want to get your house on the market and stuff like that, contact them. And also the All Atlantic Fitness Group for being a big sponsor for our shout out to Stephanie. And of course, us, the OTTR Mobb, we're big sponsors when it comes to any pro wrestling, and independent wrestling related. And last but not least, my two favorite pizza spots. Halftime's Pizza, located right across the street from TD Garden. Get yourself some nice fat slices, and you gotta try the Tatum sandwich, and you gotta try the Spoon pizza slices. And last but not least, big shout out to Luigi's Pizza, located in Revere, Massachusetts as well. Right. But folks, we ain't here to talk about a regular week. That's for next week. This week, somehow, some way, we got caught in the crossfires. Hello, Christy. We got hit with the crossfires with a lot of stuff that's going on. Number one, the Vince McMahon docu-series that was released on Wednesday on Netflix, the 6-episode trilogy of the man, as we want known as Vince McMahon, that's facing sexual allegation, hush money charges, and his tenure as chairman of the WWE. And last but not least, I know we already heard the news about this shit before. Your man, Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy, now he is arrested on sexual allegation charges as
got
well.
more baby oil than any pro wrestling promotion.
Kidnap embezzlement, extortion, racketeering. Oh my God, it's unbearable. It's like one hand washes the other with one of these two, except one's white and one's black. So we are in a delicate situation here. We're just going to. I know some people is already asking questions about.
You ain't gonna find an Asian one either. Right?
You probably won't more. But at first we're gonna split this thing down into two. We're gonna first talk about the Vince McMahon docuseries that was released. It's only been 4.5 days since it was released. I know some people got their rants, their quotes, comments, hypothesis, scenarios, everything like that under the goddamn sun. But is it really want anything really to say when it comes to one Vince Kenny McMahon Jr.?
You got to see what was inside the mind of him. He didn't hold anything back on it. I will say that part. Like, some of the stuff that he was saying, and I could understand it on a little bit because obviously me going through wrestling career, even if you're an actor or something like that, you could realize a creative mind, but you're looking at it as this ain't a humanly thing. This is I'm a character. This is what I could do to build ratings. Oh, this what will work and what will do this and that stuff like that. So you can understand some of it, but then some of it's just like, bro, you got family in this storyline. That's not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's about shocking the audience, but you don't do that. Jerry Springer won't do that. So I mean, some of it was good, and then like we said before, obviously it was filmed way before the allegations and everything. But,
I was going to comment on that. I was going to comment on that real quick. Just because I had watched all 6 episodes in like one sitting, I didn't really kind of space them out and shit like that. Like everyone else probably would do. I was just like dive through.
They were pretty long.
No, there wasn't. No, there
the
wasn't.
First two episodes. No. The last episode was the longest, but obviously it was not really showing anything. It was just showing what he's been accused of and all that.
Accusations like that slowly come to pasture. You got to dig deep into the mindset of.
I'll say the words that he said on certain things.
No, for real.
I'm not pushing him. I'm not pushing it behind anybody.
That he said, right? What's up, Mr. Sandman? What's going on? If you look at the link and something like that, want to jump into? That's on you. Let me know. I'll drop the link in the comments. And well, you gotta think about this, right? He didn't have the proper upbringing growing up wise. He grew up poor. He grew up sexually abused, and that kind of lead on to where you kind of see him.
Not by his dad, by his mom.
Like I said,
his
either
mom.
way, from a parent, regardless, it's someone that you trust. That's still wrong. It's still bad.
I'm just saying that because I've seen some people say, some people that made comments on groups and stuff like that, they were talking about he was sexually assaulted by his dad. I was like, no, it was his mother that he said this all about. Adopted mom or actual mom, I'm not sure what it was, but
either way, it's someone that's close to him, and someone that happens to that, it really takes effect and it fucks them up for life from a psychological fucking standpoint. And it's like their wires get crossed in their head from plausible sex to erotica sex, and sometimes the wires can get tangled up and shit like that, and then you just do not know when something is acceptable or not. Until when it's far too late, or when the social acceptance is either saying, okay, we cool with it, or we're not cool with it. Fast forward to where his mindset kind of kicks into how he does business. Guys, you're back against the wall. Sometimes you have to evolve and adapt as years go on, and that's what he learned how to do. He's seeing what other people, other independent promotions were doing, stuff like that, and he's like, this ain't gonna last long, and he got to think about something, the bigger picture. Everyone was trying to stay in their own respectable little corners and say, "This is all the fuck that we want." They didn't have the vision to expand at that time, and he was the only one that did.
Nobody thought a pro wrestling show could grow.
Right.
Compared to in a territory standpoint, is where you had your
some
set group, set piles, set everything.
It also told you the true side of himself of what the hell that he's willing to do to keep motherfuckers in his camp. From Jimmy Snooker's fucking murder cover up, the Ring Boy scandal involving Pat Patterson. I did not know about these two other managers and stuff like that. That was involved in that case. I know that it was even a black man that was doing it. I was highly disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought it was a black guy that was one of those three people that was involved in the Ring Boy scandal? And how many other cover-ups in the past about sexual assault or groping or just wrongful termination because they didn't want to do what the higher ups exactly.
I just hope they had more valid proof on that part because, like we said, the Pat Patterson death is still very new.
No, it's only because we did not know that he was gay. Behind
we all knew he was gay.
No, false. Behind the scenes knew, but not the public. At the public at that time period, same thing like Chris Kaman. It's so at that time. Couldn't come out the fucking closet at that time. You would get crucified. That was a career burner situation right there. So for those type of situations, you got to pay some hush money to shut motherfuckers up. Straight up and down, because at that time period, it would not look good.
My thing is, I just wish Pat Patterson would be able to speak on it and get that clarity on somewhat.
Listen. If he was,
that's the only thing I hate about when we come to celebrities in wrestling is people want to tarnish the death and like what we do, the legacy, we do the tribute and stuff like that, but we don't get to find out the true statement.
I'm just saying like this, right? I'm saying like for Pat Patterson, number one, he was a creator of the Royal Rumble match. If it wasn't for him, we would not have the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, the match, and all the other shit that came with it for decades. Okay. So if you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna abolish Pat Patterson's whole shit, that means you're gonna have to get rid of the Royal Rumble. Yep, you have to get rid of it. That means the whole shit that you thought that it was like, that it was one thing, wasn't even that.
2 nights,
right? You'd be fucked up, right? But fast forward, Vince, being the true businessman, back against the wall, especially when WCW came into play. We all know about old jazz, blah 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 blah. Attitude era, fast forward, but when it came to Owen Hart shit, I still feel bad for that. Still seeing that blessing on the map hurt my heart still. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to really get to that. I know. Now, this is where some people, they're going to get mad at me for saying this. I understand why Vince did. I get why Vince did what he did. I understood. I understand
you don't pay for a show for someone to die.
I mean, yeah, I understand that. And then in the same pretense, I just wish that they could have just done something live instead of JR saying the words. Have Vince come out and say, hey, listen, blah, 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 whatever like that. They could have done it differently. Hey, shut up! They could have done it differently a little bit, to me. But I understood.
I mean, it was a different time, too, and the cameras were...
Why they did it that way instead of just saying, yo, shut everything down, that's it. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? I get it.
I mean, you gotta respect Vince on that scenario too, because
when you're in that
Vince didn't hold back saying,
like, damn, bro, like what the fuck, like,
yeah,
you can either go this way and go to this heat and backlash, or you can go this way and go and face another set of backlash. But either way, you're getting backlash for something.
Oh yeah, especially the
locker room. Using it wrong and fucked up anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could have asked the locker room like, "Hey, how do y'all feel about this? We did just find out about Owen."
And could
you could go on, or if you want to, I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that point.
But in a way, situation too, and how that whole shit ended between them. We all know how that happened, but we understand why Vince had to make the move the way that he did, because he was paying that man too much money. And he paid him way too much when he couldn't pay him. So he was trying to find loopholes.
More than anybody on the roster.
He was trying to make, and that's why he was trying to find loopholes to get him out of that deal so he can free up the piggy bank. Otherwise, he would have been dead and broke and gone. Same thing, like in many wrestler promotions right now in the indies, they got to partner up with some investor, some partner, some other company, some shit like that, just trying to keep growing to be sustainable. If you're bleeding out money and you're not bringing in that much money to even try to reciprocate, you're fucked.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You don't spend
more than
you don't spend more than you make.
He didn't want to lose Brett because he had already lost Scott and Kevin to WCW. He already lost Hogan, Macho, fucking many other legends that went over there.
I thought Brett went to WCW before Hogan.
No. Hogan was there way before that, way before Brett even got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still waking up.
So, saying Sable shit, how he treats female wrestlers and stuff like that, the Trish Stratus storyline. Yeah,
that was not. I don't have nothing wrong with that one because in a way he made
it was too far. Like if you play that shit now, women would be fucking offended. You play that shit
offended on anything that's been done.
No, but I mean, like compared to back then, compared to back then in the 90s to where we at right now in 2024. This whole the whole Me Too movement and everything else and shit like that. Nah, nigga. They're gonna put that shit on thin ice and be like, I felt her pain before. My boyfriend did something like that to me, my husband, or this, that, type of third. Anyone can be in related.
Most women play victims that don't even have anything happen.
To people like that.
Don't even get me started on that.
I'm just saying because
I've been through one.
You want to get your face? You want to get your face on the camera for fame, for money? Sure, get down on your knees and bark like a dog. That type of shit. But
in a way, he did say it though. It was a TV show. It was a character build. It was something that it made that WrestleMania moment so much bigger when she reacted and said, "I'm tired of this shit." Like, he was supposed to drug Linda, so Linda wasn't conscious in it. They went really in depth in that match, and I liked what they did.
Yeah, that was the pop. That was the real pop. Yeah.
When she slapped Vince, that was it.
Yeah, that was the story worth moment right there. I get that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, women in this era,
that he created. Some stories that he created was knock out the park. Some of them was like it's passable. Other ones like throw this shit in the garbage completely. There's a lot of things about him. There was the storyline that Stephanie got pregnant by him. Stupid as hell. Fucking stupid as hell, and that would not be possible.
How much you want to bet? That's where they got with that Hornswoggle angle.
Yeah, that too.
Instead of him, you got Hornswoggle being his son.
Crazy. The deep iceberg of WWE. That's fucking nuts.
That was the PG era.
The Chris Benoit situation and how people.
I did like that they didn't hesitate talking about it. I like how they really went in and talked about it.
Doesn't believe in but people like Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't like when he said that he doesn't believe in CTE, and I'm like, bro,
he's old school.
I'm like, yeah, I understand that though, but like you play football, you play some contact sport, you can get dropped on your fucking head. You got concussed before. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other wrestlers before that got dropped on their head and their life was never the same. You know what I'm saying? But that can lead to deeper shit. And what he's not understanding is that one bump and shit like that could lead to years of drug abuse and shit like that because the pain is unbearable that you can't take, and all of a sudden it takes you out. And that's what we see young wrestlers dying so young at that time period. Because
that's not necessarily on Vince though. That's the part that pisses me off when someone says some stuff like that.
I'm not saying
I've had over 13 concussions. I'm not trying to go kill my family if I'm mad for a day.
I'm saying this because certain people at the time did not believe CTE was real. until we had to see
I
the
get
brain images from other people. How many other NFL players at that time period that got cracked out the fucking head did something stupid or blew their brains out?
That's because they're
You
doing
have the
more
same
than just
thing happen
that.
here in wrestlers too, because
You can't blame CTE for that.
every day.
I'm sorry.
You
You can't blame CTE. You can't blame
bro.
CTE for that. You can't
That's
blame
going to
CTE
piss
for that.
off any athlete when you sit there and say, oh, it's because of CTE.
You
That
can't
is
blame
because
CTE for
you
that.
are not treating your body right. Austin was not wrong for what he said. If he said, if you are hurting yourself for CTE, you are doing something wrong. And I fully support what Austin said on that, because I have said that countless times in the schools that I train. All these guys, I say, yes, you will get hurt, but protect yourself. If
You have to
that
understand.
move looks like it doesn't look protective, don't do it.
You have to
That is
understand
your
as
choice.
an athlete, your main priority is to stay in shape and to stay healthy. It's along with your
Overall,
mental.
that's what we got. The mental health. That's what we got. All this overall clarity
Right,
stuff.
and I
say
that,
this,
you gotta understand at that time period when you was wrestling 250 to 300 days out of the fucking year, and then when you have to like rest, you're gonna lose your goddamn fucking spot. So you're wrestling through the fucking pain anyway. That causes these new shit to come
You're
into
doing
power.
this to yourself.
Exactly.
Nobody told him to do a headbutt.
No, time out.
Nobody told him to do a headbutt.
No, time out. If you was in these wrestling shoes in the 90s and you was gone for 6 months
What
and
do
then
you
you gotta
mean
start
if
from the
I'm
tail
in
end
one
and
of
shit like that,
I
because
lived this crap.
I'm afraid to lose my fucking spot, but you wasn't there at that 90s time period, Warren. You was even
Bro, I
fucking conceived.
wrestled on a fractured knee for like half a year.
Bro,
I could
was you
barely
on the road
walk.
250 to 300 days out of the year? Yes or no?
No, not 350
So
days.
don't say
no,
that
but I'm
shit,
just
though, 'cause
saying,
you're not
like,
in
in
those
a
fucking shoes. Those
standpoint,
wrestlers
yes,
that got
I
paid
understand.
type of wages to do that.
You can't make an excuse. You cannot make
Just
an
because,
excuse.
oh,
Hold on,
He's
hold on,
not
hold on.
making no excuse.
Can I
He's not
finish
making
my?
no
Can I
excuse.
finish my
you have a
statement?
choice to make the drugs.
Let me finish my statement. You can't make an excuse, regardless of what you signed the contract. You're working for a company. Granted, that's just like one of us working for a Fortune 500 company, right? We're part of the team. What we bring to the table holds value to the company. It is up to us, the person is being hired, to make sure that our job's done, that our mentality is right, and that we're capable of doing our job on a consistent basis. And if not, then we should have the mindset to tell our boss, hey, listen, I need some time to myself. Or, hey, I need some fucking help.
Well, here's the problem with that with Vince McMahon. He did not do that shit for nobody unless he was cool with you, like a Shawn Michaels, a Kevin Nash, a Razor Ramon.
And this
Any
is
one of those people
okay.
that were your cash cow, he was protecting you. But anyone lower than that, he gets no sympathy for.
But how many jobs?
How many
How many jobs have people applied to where the owner or the manager does the same shit that Vince has done? So we can sit here, we can say,
well, in a way, did we get to see the reaction of Vince say, like, if Benoit went into that office and said, hey, Vince, I need time off. My family's going downhill, da-da-da-da. I guarantee you Vince would have said, okay, take time off. Because he's done it for countless times. Mercedes, as bad as she's sitting there trashing him on a podcast or whatever, he had her take off a year, fully paid off.
Whoa. Time out. Mercedes? Okay, number one, only had ankle injuries and tricep injuries. Not involved.
No, but you remember when she had mental health stuff. They had a full documentary about her doing this.
I know that though, but I'm just saying. But the severities.
But we're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, because
one
Vince
person
is
like
this
Chris
and
Benoit
this."
compared to Mercedes. That's the far different.
I'm giving you an example. Mercedes took off because of a mental health. Vince gave her a full year, paid take time off. So you're telling me if Benoit went into that office and told him, hey, I'm having trouble at home.
No. If it was Triple H or Shawn, yes. He would have given him that. Because
Benoit was one of his top talent at the time.
Wait. Well, Shawn Michaels was supposed to be gone for 4 years, right?
Bro.
He still kept that man. He still kept that man on payroll.
Hold on.
He still kept Shawn Michaels on payroll.
I believe he would have. Because he canceled an entire show for a tribute to Benoit. You cannot tell me that he would not have went, all right, man, take time off. We'll get you back in the
I
storyline later.
believe at that time period, he probably would have had some serious thought. But
Same thing with Eddie. Same with all those guys.
No, but then again, just like what everyone else did, everyone chastised Benoit because of how it happened, and that's why Vince stopped. If he would have just said, "Yo, wait a minute, let's see what his autopsy say. Let's see what the brain him had to say, so we can make
he
the
brought
decision
Lewinsky
for
in.
ourselves."
He wanted to have an
You could have
autopsy.
took
He
it
wanted
in a
to know.
different way. Not just completely blackmail and blackball the guy that just completely put dirt on his name for nearly 17 years. If that was the case, Eddie Guerrero should have never been in the Hall of Fame because he was taking drugs at that same time period for me too. Right?
Who?
Eddie Guerrero. Eddie.
He wasn't
If we want to say it like that. If we want to say it like that, because how many times
did Eddie kill a family? Did Eddie kill his family?
That's not.
Did Eddie kill his family?
That's not the point. The point is to still.
No. You asked
that is the point. That is kind of the point, bro.
No, it's not.
Did Eddie kill somebody?
He did not kill a family, but how many times when he got caught?
There's your example.
But how many times
he overcame it?
But getting caught
with drugs,
bro. Getting caught with drugs and killing your family and
exactly. That's a whole
different things, bro.
concept.
That's two different things, bro.
And this is why I say they should have looked at the autopsy report before making that final decision about burying his name. That's all that I'm saying, right? That's like saying, like, someone died mysteriously. Wait. Someone died mysteriously, right? God forbid. You gotta wait 3 months.
Then you find out what happened to the kid, the wife, and the
released to the public, just so you can figure out how the fuck that person realistically died.
All right, hold on. All right, let's get an example. Say like if somebody here in the mob did, someone passed. All right, we cancel the show. We do a full tribute show for like 2 hours, talk about their memory and whatever. And then we're getting breaking news saying somebody in the comments goes, "Hey, man, do you know the true details of what's being said right now? And you're still playing this? I think you need to click this and see what really is being said right now before you continue this show." We're talking about, this person's a great person. I would leave my kids with this person. And then you find out he kills his son. Then you find out not only does he kill his son, his wife gets killed. Not only that, then all of a sudden he suddenly kills himself. There is no planned scenario that's going to sit there and go, just because we need to wait on the research or whatever. That is being said instantly. Nobody else is in the house. Daniel died on a Friday. Nancy dies on a Saturday. And then all of a sudden Benoit dies on a Sunday. How does that work and translate for anyone to put the pieces together and go, but he was a good guy. I would have left my kids with him. He just killed his youngest child.
How many of these wrestlers said that they was actually there? None of them can say that. So none of them really knew what he did behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? That's like no one knows what the hell that you do behind closed doors. What I do.
What I'm saying is,
what I do behind
closed
doors.
Something like that, what are you supposed to assume?
You're not supposed to assume the worst right then and there until you get the fucking.
If his handprints are labeled on the bodies,
Brody. Okay, but this is what I'm trying to say about getting getting a mind scan, getting a brain scan, right? Getting the autopsy. Besides you saying, he had this in his system, he had this shit in his system. Okay, if I would have died today, I had weed in my system, but it ain't made me want to go go smack my fucking roommate's girlfriend.
Remember when I had a brain scan? They told me it said, "Which one is yours?" And then they compared it to like almost an 80-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Before I first stopped wrestling. After all that, did I go and try to go kill my family? Did I try to go do all this stuff? No.
It's because you were still in control of yourself. Okay.
Exactly. I made the choices to continue on and not do drugs, not to do these things.
All right, because listen here, right? Compared to you being sober, Warren, so say a sober Warren compared to a Warren that's drunk. A Warren that's drunk is not really going to partially know what the hell he's doing.
Okay, can I say this? Okay, let me say this.
A sober Warren, you know what the fuck that you doing. Let me say like this. You as a sober Warren want to come and kill me, right? That's premeditation. You wanted to kill me, and you got it done.
Okay, so let me say this.
So that means Benoit was thinking it. If that's the case.
So let me say this.
And what his mindset was at the time. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Hold on. Let me say this.
But I'm not mad though.
Let me say this. Chris Benoit is one of my favorite wrestlers, granted. That will never be undenied or anything. My thing is this. When you have time to plan out your demise, that's premeditated. Okay? Regardless of whether you blame CTE or not, you thought about doing this shit for a long time. You started off with your son, then you waited the next day to do your wife, and then you offed yourself as the final day because you quote unquote realized whatever. To me personally, if that was the case, you're just gonna do everything right then and there, and then they just find you.
Okay, time out. Compared to me doing a 3-day spree, timing out this thing, compared to me just saying,
crazy things, he put a Bible next to both bodies.
I'm gonna pull out a gun and I'm gonna just say, yo, I'm gonna just shoot up this whole goddamn park, and no one's walking the fuck out of this thing. That's the difference. You already aiming for it, and you're not gonna start with everyone's dead. You're not gonna think, yeah, I'm gonna kill one person this day, keep my wife in a whole nother fucking room, separate, to not know what the hell her son is, and then kill her right afterwards. You gotta be in an either fucked up mindset, or you must be really fucked up to the point where, okay, like, you should have got that fucking divorce a long fucking time ago if that was the case.
Bro, but you also gotta think too, and I say this all the time. It's not just
that bad. If you hate your family that bad, why are you still there at that same house?
Nancy had problems too,
you were sober,
and that's something I did find out about too.
Listen, as wrestling
had
fans,
a lot of baggage as well.
You can see the emotional shit on there.
Because bro, right? When you break up with a girl, what do? You leave the house.
A woman's gonna make you go crazy. Yes.
So let's just.
I still don't see me killing my kid though. That's the part I just didn't understand.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I'm being honest with you.
At the brain.
Chris Benoit was a great phenomenal wrestler, but I fucking hate him.
To do all this shit, you would want to premeditate kill your son.
I don't condone your actions.
I can never say, hey, I enjoy Chris Benoit because he killed a child.
Have you ever tried like LSD? Have you ever tried mushrooms before and shit like that? And you have that out of body experience? And then when you come conscious, you know what the fuck happened? That could be that fucking side effect when it comes to these type of drugs like that.
Bro. I'm not doing shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm like saying, because I tried LSD before. I tried mushrooms before. Okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember what happened, but I remember during the trip. I don't remember when I woke up.
I've done cigars, cigarettes,
I do.
Black and
then
mild.
You get phone calls and be like, yo,
beanies,
you did this, you did this, you did
weed and alcohol. I don't do none of that other fancy shit. None of that.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. When it comes
I'm too fat to be that fucked up
to the body
to trust somebody with my body, and then something happens and then I get blamed for some shit. And then what I'm gonna say?
What I'm saying.
No. Let me finish.
Well, why is he doing
that? Let me finish. So instead of me putting myself in that situation where I know that I can only take care of myself, I won't go that far. But you got some folks, which the likes of Chris Benoit and some of the other wrestlers who pumped off of steroids. We knew he was taking steroids, even though, you know, he had a good frame on him. But we knew the times where he was taking steroids in the whole nine. And for someone to walk out already looking menacable, it was before time where we thought, like, okay, is this just an act or is this who he really is? We saw this unfolding when he had that feud with Kevin Sullivan. That was a real life fucking situation. And when that shit happened,
that was because of a woman.
That was the breaking point.
That was because of a woman. That was the breaking point. That had nothing to do with his fucking injuries.
But what I'm saying is that
was the start and how Kevin Sullivan was beating her. Okay?
That was the start to
Wait a minute. Wait. Chris Benoit got involved in that situation because that man who just passed away recently was beating on that woman. What are you talking about?
Obviously, you didn't hear what I said.
Obviously, you want to be fucking selective about what the fuck that you're saying, but go ahead.
No, what I said was it all started from that rivalry. Regardless of how it started from there.
You know where it really started from? You know when it really started from? When he was in New Japan. When he was out there doing them fucking matches with Eddie Guerrero as a Black Tiger and shit, where he was out there trying to define Pegasus and shit, where he emulated who? And who did he emulate? Thank you. And look what the fuck happened to him. Because of all his injuries and shit.
Well,
His
the guy
injuries
went
are
down
running
like
into
it's
his
all
fucking head,
Chris.
and all of a sudden he's nearly about to kill his own kids.
Okay, so
and his wife.
let me ask you this. Okay, let's take all this murderous
Well,
shit.
you
out
know
the way.
this thing. Here's the
Hold
thing.
on. Can I say this, please? Y'all been talking. Let me just say this. Take the murderous shit out the way, right? When you are a kid and you grow up and you grow to love a sport, you find a player that piques your interest, a Jordan, a Wayne Gretzky, a David Ortiz. So you want to emulate that growing up. When you're a wrestler, you want to emulate some of the wrestlers that inspire you, your Stone Colds, your Triple H's, your Rocks, your Cena, Saul Hopes, so on and so forth. And I can see how when we say New Japan this and American this, it's wrestling, but the dynamics of the wrestling is different. It's more high-powered, like physicality than it is as far as Americanized. When Americanized, it's more on the entertainment side of shit. So I can understand going to New Japan, you're putting your body more at risk because them guys over there have no problem flinging you from one ring to another, hoping that you'll land on that spot. Granted, this is what we've been talking about since putting this Mobb family together about wrestling and entertainment and what it takes to be mentally and physically stable to perform 200 plus days out of the year, whether you're dealing with bumps, cracks, aches, bruises, drops, botches, flops, flips, it doesn't matter. You sign the contract, you show up to work, unless you literally can't. You show up to work and you do your fucking job. And it so happens that at times some people get tired of their job and they mentally snap because it becomes too strenuous and too elongated to the point where there's no out. They don't have an outlet. They don't have someone they can turn to. And like you said, I didn't watch the McMahon shit, so I'm not going to speak on that. That's why I didn't say nothing. But what I'm going to say is this: when you are the owner of a company and you're playing favoritism, it shows within your work ethic. Because outside of the friendships, people were willing to work for WWE because that's where the money was. Okay? When you buy out the competition, you got to figure out, do I go back from where I started, or do I make it happen to where I can make a name for myself and then do what I got to do? And some people can't handle that type of pressure. Some people can't handle that type of stability and that type of level of consistency. Some people snap. It happens in the workforce. In this situation, in my opinion, nobody else's, in my opinion, as much as I love Benoit's athleticism and his character in this whole nine, he lost points because you premeditatedly thought about doing this shit. And instead of getting help, regardless of whether you didn't get it from your workplace, you have enough money to go outside to seek help. You chose not to do that. And instead of you seeking help, you chose the punk ass, bitch ass way, and you took everything that didn't belong to you. I would have respected you more, and I hate to say this, if you'd have did it to yourself and then boom. Let your wife and kids figure out, wow, boom, why he didn't say nothing. I would have a little bit more respect for you. But you took out a child right now. You took out a child that didn't even get a chance to even know what life is like. And you took out your wife that you supposedly saved from a jackass. God rest his soul. But you saved her from one abuser, and then you became the ultimate abuser. So at the end of the day, you can't. I'm not gonna say you. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna blame CTE on this one. This was a choice. It's just like when people say, "Oh, I'm a cheater." You know, I had a reason. No, that's not a reason. That's a choice, motherfucker. You chose to cheat. You had a decision to cheat or not to cheat. Nobody forced you. You can't blame the drugs.
Intoxicated, or if you
but here's the thing too.
Meditation, though.
Here's the thing too.
Before you got drunk, you had an inclination. Before you got drunk, you had an inclination of whether or not if you was going to be faithful or if you was going to cheat.
Bro. especially a lot of people in this generation, they have to find something to fall back on. Regardless what choice they do, oh, it's because of this. It's because of this. Grow the fuck up. If you pick the choice, this is something I live by. I've known for my whole fucking life. You choose the path that you choose. Whatever path you choose, you better expect to figure out the consequences that's going to happen. I say that about every choice that you do. Every path leads to consequences. Even if it's a good path, you're going to get tested. A marriage, you're not going to have all sunshine and rainbows. I've been married happily for 8 years. We've had our bumps and bruises with financials and shit like that. Being a pro wrestler and being married is not easy on the independent standpoint.
You're not on the road
you looking
300
at stuff
days
that
out of a fucking year. You can still be at home with your son and your daughter. That's the difference.
It doesn't matter. He chose
Yes,
that.
it does.
No,
yes, it only does.
No,
if you are away from your home, if you are away from your home longer than what you're there for, bro, you're already straining your family just by not being there. What the fuck are you saying?
Bro, I was in the military household. My dad was never home.
Why you think there's so many womenless men out? I mean, womenless men out here, right? That rather just be like, you know what? I'd rather raise my son by my fucking self instead of have another man.
Don't get me started on that.
So let's not fucking. So that's my choice. That's my choice. That's my choice, right? That's
how the fuck is that a choice? Listen.
Some of these garbage ass women don't know.
Bro, that's because we're catering to the generation.
No, the problem is that you got people that are making. You got people making. You got people.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You got
all these choices of making single moms, but they're asking for handouts. Get out of here with that, bro. Get out of here with that.
Regardless of that.
How many people are saving these women out here, Warren?
None. If you ain't trying to save yourself, what's the point of being saved?
Exactly, bro. Like,
if you ain't trying to save yourself, what's the point of being saved?
I'm trying to be in a good mood.
Unless you're a rapper, you're an athlete, or anything the fuck else. That's the only way that you're going to be targeted by these fucking women. What the fuck are you saying?
First of all, I'm going to put it to you like this, plain and simple. I don't give a fuck what any female says.
Ain't nobody trying to be a stepdaddy.
I'm speaking for the females. I'm saying
that's all they're looking at.
I'm saying.
What you trying to say?
I'm saying as a man. There are plenty of good men out here who like simplicity. The problem is that you have women out here who have a high bar standard, and they're not even at a high bar material themselves. So you want somebody to come in that's already overqualified to pick you up off your feet, despite your flaws, and then take care of what you chose to do with your life and fix it. No, that's not gonna happen. Okay, and every time when we turn around, okay, like I said, the problem that I didn't like in WWE was that there were a lot of wrestlers that should have gotten that opportunity, but because of Vince's mindset, you want to add the sexual assaults, you want to add everything else into it. He found comfort in certain type of guys that he can admire and that he can love on and respect and build with. And that's how he drew the money. And what he did was he cast away everyone else. Look at all the guys that we were like, damn, what would have happened if that person would have won the title? Or if that person would have won the title? Or if that
a lot of them didn't want to put Hogan over. That's the biggest problem. A lot of them didn't want to put Hogan over, even though Hogan was going to put the title on them temporary just so you can get that babyface shine. That's why the Sheik was so big back then, because nobody wanted to be that big villain. Roddy Piper did not want to put Hogan over. He's been on countless interviews when he says, I never wanted to put Hogan over. I never wanted to do it. That's why he never won the world title. Like they have said, a lot of people, they've said numerous times, it's a give and take situation. You can't look at this and go, oh, I'm not putting you over because I don't like you. I don't respect you. If that's the case, man, we're all dealing with that in reality. We work with someone we don't like.
We deal with that in reality every fucking day at our jobs, in our homes, on the street, no matter what. If you don't like me, I don't like you. It's the same pretense. No matter what. You don't have to like me, but you're going to have to fucking respect me.
Yeah,
And
but we're just sitting there saying this is Vince, this is Vince. Like, bro, this is where we're getting to that label standpoint. And that's something I did like about the documentary. Vince didn't hold back on a lot of stuff. He told you how he likes, how he felt with it. The Owen Hart situation, I was really shocked. He really talked about it. In reality, a lot of fans didn't see what happened. So in a way, it'd been like, why is the show canceled? What happened?
If you were there in person, but the thing was the lights were off when that shit happened.
But it wasn't on camera. Nobody witnessed Owen fall.
But also, like I was just saying, if you were there, even though you probably saw something, but you didn't see the whole entirety because the lights were off and then the Titantron they was playing the promo.
They were playing
so
Godfather and his promo.
That's when he fell.
Yep. What I'm saying is a lot of people thought it was part of the show. They thought it was just part of the entertainment aspect. Like, you got to think, bro, like when wrestling was at that memoir, everything, that's when the quote-unquote fakeness was really being turned out.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is a show to them. That's why movies were phenomenal at that time, because it was sci-fi. You could have creative
I mean, come on.
aspects,
Did you really – I mean, would we have ever thought that Owen Hart, one of the sons of the Hart Foundation, would change his character and be the blue bird or whatever his name was. Blue Blazer. Like, come on.
It was not a bad gimmick. It wasn't a jobbing gimmick.
Supposedly that was a punishment.
That's because Bret Hart said it. He said the same thing about his death.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said supposedly, Warren, that it was a punishment.
It just seemed like Bret was just like,
because when Bret left, he thought that Owen was going to leave, but Owen decided to stay. So he said, well, I'm going to throw some jabs at Bret, so I might as well just put his brother, who stayed behind, giving him these little bullshit storylines and shit like that, whatever.
Triple H stuck it out, and you saw what happened with Triple H. Became one of the hottest heels that year.
But hey, listen,
it's based off of your choice, bro. That's the thing that I'm trying to say.
I wouldn't be seeing Owen Hart dating fucking Stephanie McMahon. You know how he felt about fucking his family life at home. He wouldn't want to be in a storyline like that. So how the fuck would you really get him to fall further anyway? Especially at that time period, the Attitude Era, where it was all about race car television and shit.
Owen was very entertaining. In my opinion, he had way more characteristics than Bret.
He was more funny and more lively than Bret.
He was more a character build than Bret was. And Vince said it very good on that documentary. Bret was all talent, but no charisma. It's not a lie. Owen was the charisma.
Yeah.
And believability, if Owen never probably passed away, I guarantee you Owen would have won the world title. I guarantee you.
He would have been
definitely.
He would have been another Mr. Perfect. I'm sorry. He would have gotten close to it, but he never would have won it.
He would have won a world title.
He would have won the title.
No,
he would have won the title.
Nah,
yeah, he would. I think he would have been better than Bret.
If that was the case, then Mr. Perfect.
I guarantee you would have been Bret who? Because the Owens gimmick standpoint, a character, you would look at him and go, he was way better than Bret.
Okay. All right.
He would draw more than Bret.
All right, you know, I'll tell
Owen
you.
Owen had more of a better moveset than Bret. Bret was more technical.
If Owen was still in New Japan at that time period, he would have won the world title. But he would never win one if he was still alive at that time period for Vince.
All right,
no way.
A lot of people
he would not. He was not going to go over.
You give him way, he would not go over time, whatever.
He wouldn't go over Undertaker. He wouldn't go over The Rock.
When he said he wasn't,
you want to tell me that? You mean to tell me that Owen would go over those 4 men that I just named?
How do I look like I have a foot porn subscription?
I think he would have been. Yes,
I really don't know who the fuck this even is, bro. I don't know who this is.
What?
Brother Warren looked like he has a subscription to foot porn.
Who's Paul Peters?
I have no fucking idea who. I have no idea.
You got someone trolling you. You got salute to the troll.
I guess. I guess. Salute to the troll. I mean,
hold on. What was his name? Paul Peters.
Paul Peters.
But no, like if we're going back talking about
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say he. Yeah, no.
In a way, Owen had a better way of promoting T-shirts. He had a better way of promoting his standpoint because we still talk about to this day the Nation of Domination thing that NDX impersonated him,
bro. He wasn't
and the Owen Hart impersonation.
He was a great He was a great in-ring performer. I'll give you that. Right?
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah, now I know what I was about to say.
What you said about Brett,
anybody could have won a New Japan World Heavyweight title. Anybody.
At that time period?
Yeah, because he wasn't a
Any time period. You're seeing a guy that can weigh 130 pounds. I could go see Orange Cassidy win the damn world title in New Japan if he won it.
And we did it back in 1997. We're not talking about right here, right now, Warren.
How many of those guys didn't win a world title?
At that time period, where size still mattered. This was the back in the day when your muscle and your your marketability was going to get you the fuck far. Look how many times the WCW had marketed Hogan, Sting, Goldberg. Those are the only main three that they push marketable wise. They never did that to Booker T. They never did that to Jeff Jarrett. They never did it to Brett. How many other world champions of WCW that they had that was marketable? Besides those three that I named.
Steiner.
Trash. But they never gave him the opportunity to. That sounds like a boss move.
Luger?
No, hell no.
No, Luger sucked at promos.
Promo-wise. I mean,
you had Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, DDP was literally WCW.
Yeah, DDP.
But he came in too late, though. And he came in when he was in like his 20s and shit. He would have had a marketable chance. I swear to God to you. But when he came in at 35, 36 and shit, you already put a ceiling on his head.
WCW on the
I'm just saying. Wait. And he would have came in earlier in his 20s. He would have been the marketable guy for those 90s when he was in their drought and shit like that and everything else.
I'm saying this openly because he don't get the flowers that he deserves. Diamond Dallas Page, you are the fucking man. I appreciate you because you were the reason why. You were the reason why motherfuckers was going around self high five, throwing out the diamond, giving motherfuckers the diamond cutters before it transitioned into the RKO. You were literally transcending a lot of shit.
What? If Warren was a wrestler, his name would be the Nut Gobbler, and his finishing move would be the Nut Cruncher.
Newsflash, bitch, I am.
Oh, yeah. The smoke is up and it's out the door.
I don't know who this Paul Peter is, but he got some problems with you, Warren.
Yeah, someone's trolling you hard, bro. Someone trying to.
Do you know? Do you know who this is?
No.
Do you know who this is?
No.
You don't know at all?
No.
Do you have any clue of who it could be?
Yeah, it is. Have fun.
I mean, shit. I don't know. You probably pissed a fan off at home, but
I guess.
I don't know. But
what, Nutcracker? That's funny.
Yeah, the Nutcracker. Fucking
that's some gay ass shit, bro. Talking about another man's nuts.
But listen, right?
Talking about another man's nuts.
But listen, right? Okay. At the end of the day, after all the shit from Vince, from the shit that he done in public, behind the scenes, and undercover, you can say what the fuck that you want. He's going down in history. Going down in pure history, who polarized professional wrestling today.
Oh, Vince McMahon?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's all. So that's why I said whether that he does something in the public, behind the scenes, or undercover.
I mean, he's still gonna get punished, but he's still gonna get punished. But he's still gonna get punished. But you can't ignore giving him his flowers because without him, we wouldn't be the fans that we are.
We wouldn't even be here talking the pro wrestling and shit and all of this shit. It was because of that old ass man.
I give it to him. He took
no matter what, love or hate the motherfucker.
His father's baby, and he made it his own, and he turned it into one of the biggest entertainment conglomerates ever. This shit is about to be officially globally global.
And orders a glass of milk. Okay. Hey.
I think I have a funny feeling who this could be.
I don't know.
I think I know who this could be.
Someone's in love with the American Warren.
Someone hates Warren.
American Warren. Slam someone on their head. They can blame it on CTE.
Warren must got some
CTE.
So I'm gonna just kick you on the side of your head, and then you have CTE like Goldberg did to Brett.
Yeah, that kick was brutal, bro. When I saw that shit, I was like, damn, he
ha. It's just a bad day at the office.
Whatever. So that you want to say. So the Bubba Ray want to say the same thing. Bad day at the office because Renee would have got hurt. Please.
All I'm saying is this.
The
All I'm
rookie
going
was.
to ask is
I
this.
mean, Batista was not ready in that match.
All I'm going to ask is this, right? Who had the better reversal, right? Diamond Dallas Page on Goldberg or Randy Orton out of the choke slam from Undertaker?
Randy. He had a way to reverse every fucking move. Every move. A freaking last ride, a tombstone, a choke slam. I remember when he did the old school, he turned it into an RKO, if y'all don't remember that. Like, Randy was like the reversal guy. But Diamond Dallas Page's reversal to Goldberg was monumental at that time.
The original. The original.
Because Diamond was reversing a lot of people's shit, bro. How many times did he put Conan in the Diamond?
Conan was like he reversed
the ultimate cutter
Conan.
dummy. Oh, he's fucking Conan.
I felt like that was his training dummy for a while. A lot of people don't give that man a lot of props here. Conan
I was just about to say that too. Conan was that fucking guy too.
Shout out to Conan, man.
But Conan reminds me of, you know who reminds me of Conan now?
Must be a jar.
You know who reminds me of Conan now?
Who the hell is this guy? Warren, you must have really pissed someone off.
Must be a make-believe Facebook account.
You know who reminds me of Conan now? Just without the movesets.
Thanks for
what's
watching,
his name? What's the dude on AEW?
Warren kind of looks like Charlie Brown from the side.
What's his dude? Eddie. That's who reminds me of Conan. Eddie from AEW. Yeah, from AEW.
Hold on, you said it looks like Conan?
Reminds me of Conan, like just that old, just.
I can see it.
That
I don't want to see it
type of fight style, and it's just like, oh, really? I got to be with my uncle today because he just won't sit back and shut up. Hey, yo, dog. Like, no dog.
Conan recruited a lot of talent. Ray, Eddie.
He was like the head honcho for the cruiserweight in WCW.
But he was the main guy bringing Mexican luchadors into the U.S.
But I'm saying in WCW, he was the lead guy. He was the lead guy in WCW because he was still doing matches with these guys. He was like the real big guy out of the cruiserweights or luchadors that really could, he could sell moves and take hits and shit like that. But all the other guys that were bigger than him around the size, just I don't know. They just never gave him the right push, and I just. WCW was good, man. It was a great competitor, but it was a real hit and miss because there was some nights where I was like, "What the?"
Eric wasn't holding back on some of the documentary. I ain't gonna lie though. Eric was talking about Vince took a lot of ideas, and then Vince's response was, "I guess he didn't do them well enough."
But that shows you
that point.
But that shows
I can do better.
Exactly. And
Eric did say it. He said we didn't have the production angle, they didn't have the presentation thing. They were winning 83 weeks straight. That's all Turner thought they could do. And then Vince goes, all right, man, we're gonna flip the switch. We're gonna bring our camera angles, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna make what you're doing 10 times better presentation wise. And he did it.
He took it.
He took
it. And that's why I said, and that's why when I say now, when you look at WWE, a lot of the shit that we're seeing, like from AEW, they're taking because they have the better equipment and the better people behind the scenes to do that.
Bro, did you see the ratings that they beat Fox when they were having college football on? SmackDown beat their ratings.
Oh, I believe you.
They lost 10% of their audience from a college football game. Went in, tuned into USA to watch SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you that's a big FU to Fox, because that's why I think they're doing that Saturday night main event.
No, we'll see what happens.
I think they're doing it with NBC.
No, NBC was Fox has been wanting them to have a big special show, and they weren't able.
Well,
to do
now if the rumor mill, something like AEW might be coming into the fold for Fox, then that's going to be the headache for them. Let them deal with that. You get the runner-up prize, is what WWE is saying. You get the runner-up. We're going to the network that actually took care of us for 4 decades, and we still got good business with. So, hey, we're going to rock with longevity. Than just
I would say that's smart. That's SmackDown and Raw on the same USA network, so that makes sense.
All
that, those now you could tune into
that
it.
consistency.
I told y'all this was going to happen. I said this was going to happen. Nobody wanted to believe me.
Was Netflix going to have SmackDown too? Or
no?
Eventually,
Uncle Fats. Goddamn, Uncle Fats probably
got like
when he sees a cheese.
Hold on. First of all, let's just say this. Let's say this. All this shit right here about me getting turned on by food, bro. Paul, you got to come with something better than that. Okay, this shit is gay. No, that's gay, bro. That's not even funny. I don't even find that comical. That shit that I heard when I was like 6. You got to do something better than that. But that's the thing, bro. This shit should not even get no recognition, bro. You're corny.
We're getting ratings.
Get the fuck off of this shit, bro. Like this shit's not even funny.
Right. Controversy raise views.
Talking about goddamn.
He's ain't on us, but he's watching.
Hold on. Let me
he's watching us on something.
Hold on. Let me say. Goddamn, Uncle Fats probably gets an ovation when he sees a cheeseburger. Yo, bro, go suck a dick, bro. Go do something with your life, bro.
Yo,
really,
Uncle
food?
Fats,
Food?
Uncle Fats, you used to
That's
still
the only thing you got.
Wait, hold on. Uncle Fast, you used to still want to clap them booty cheeks for XP.
Listen, he can clap Paul Peters' cheeks for XP. He getting the ass whipping over here. That's 2 different things, bro. I ain't got time for this shit, bro. Listen.
Oh my god.
Keep those sensitive 1980s shit talking words that you got. Bro.
Hey, no, Christy, let him keep talking. I don't care.
Right,
like I said, man, controversy builds ratings.
Christy, it's all good. Listen. I told you we want the smoke. They're testing us. They want the smoke.
Okay,
get
Uncle
it.
Fast, how you looking like Whoopi Goldberg's grandmother?
The same way you look like your uncle's left nut. Okay. Get off my dick.
Got a bear on his thing.
Please get off my dick.
Yeah, he's trolling for a fact. He's trying to get
he's looking for that. He wants to see if he can get a rise. He's corny. Are you mad because my hair's longer than yours? You probably bald and have a receding hairline. You probably one of them fat fuckers that Charles Barkley has been saying, "Oh, you're sitting on the couch as a couch potato, and you ain't doing shit, and you just wrestling with your fucking fingers, and then you doing your drawers, and you got Krispy Kremes, and you eating churros, and you're tossing out glizzies, and you're drinking Crystal Light with Diet Coke." Like, bro, shut the fuck
Crystal
up,
Light with Diet Coke.
The Crystal Light with Diet Coke.
He's trying to get a sugar rush. That's what he's trying to get, bro. Like,
look, pause.
Step the fuck off, bro. Step off,
Diet
bro.
Coke don't have sugar in it, bro.
Sugar, right?
Yeah, bro,
Diet Coke don't have sugar in it.
But I'm sorry, cause we not buying.
Come on, man, we ain't buying that.
Bro,
man,
Coke with Crystal Light is like the mean sugar rush.
I'm talking about Diet Coke doesn't have sugar in it, though.
No, but when you have Crystal Light, it got sugar in it, bro. Unless you get the sugar-free Crystal Light. Sugar and Coke goes
I don't
hand in
drink it,
hand.
so I don't know.
I'm just saying. Well, when you fat like me, bro, you literally try anything, bro.
Okay, listen. Before
I had a fat moment. I was trying to see if you combine 2 diet drinks together.
Christy says she hates Diet Coke. Gotta get Coke Zero.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is Coke Zero and Diet Coke the same?
No.
No.
It's a big difference, actually. I thought it was the same. The taste is so different.
Hey, well, let me just tell y'all this. Pepsi and Coke are both the same. I'm sorry.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Not even close.
No.
Do you know
Yes,
the
they
taste
are.
of how sweeter Pepsi is to anything?
Are you really gonna sit here and try to get?
Bro, you do know Pepsi is made with all Pepsi products into one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coke
But
is just one product.
Do you want to know the
Coke is crack with liquid in it.
Carbonated.
It's carbonated cocaine. It's carbonated cocaine with molasses. That's what Coca-Cola is.
They pulled that. That's not.
Yo,
not
you're
it
still
no
getting
more.
that comment.
I'm just saying that's what it was back in the day. It was
Back in the day, yeah.
It was carbonated cocaine.
Could you imagine drinking that?
It was carbonated cocaine.
Back then, they had real sugar. Okay, we don't get the real sugar here like that anymore.
It was cocaine, right? And then it was molasses, and then it was sugar, and that was Coca-Cola. You feel the rush.
I bet your biggest fear is stamps.
I bet your biggest fear is a woman.
Oh,
okay. Get off my tip. Okay, get off my tip.
Oh my god! I think I know who this is.
I can climb stairs. I also climbed your mom's too.
I think I know who this is. I think I know who this is now.
That was a big step too.
Oh shit!
See, I go for the juggler. I'm old school. I do your mama jokes, your granddaddy.
I don't know, man. You might see him on Friday then, so you can do all that shit to him in person.
Yeah, we'll see. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap.
Oh man, and this is what I think it is, bro. This is gonna be fun on Friday then.
I told you, I don't play that shit.
Live in this
we're going to see two big ass, beefy ass men just smack each other. It's like Braun Strowman. It's like Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed all over again.
Yeah, except for
we're gonna see that shit on Friday, bro.
If I slam on some chairs, man, don't say I didn't warn you.
The Baking King versus the XP-inator.
Yeah, and when I win the belt, I want my belt straps to be made out of pure, thick cut hickory smoked bacon.
Okay, well,
wrapped in diamond encrusted cheese.
So Uncle Fat's wrestling promotion is going to be called the Good Burger.
Yep.
No, it's going to be called everything salt and sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, don't please. Now, next thing you know, every day that you come out, you're going to take a bite of that belt till there's nothing left.
Well, like they say, you can't let that shit wear on you, right?
No.
Okay.
So you got to get rid of the evidence.
He said you got to get rid of the
champ. They say the champ is within. So as long as I keep the belt within me, then, you know.
Don't be like Diddy then. Having naked women on the table with food and shit all over their chest and shit like that poking out. And speaking of Diddy, let's talk about that. Diddy is now on suicide watch. As of right here, right now. This is getting real deep as new charges are piling up on him left and right as of the last week.
I think the celebrities are encouraging him to do it because their publicity is about to be tarnished.
No, listen. Let me say this. Hold on. Okay.
Next.
Let me get
Beyonce. They're about to be next.
No, let me get my rant out about this because I've been paying close attention to this shit.
Okay, let's have it.
All right. I'm a music head.
Hey, Uncle Fast, real quick. Take that.
Diddy can fuck off.
Tell
Paul Peters to take that. Okay, so listen, here's one thing.
That's what he's saying to Chris Brown in the back. Take that, young man.
Here's one thing.
Justin Bieber too. Take that.
You had a guy who was known for throwing excellent parties at Howard University.
They bragged about it for years. That's even crazier.
Being an intern for Uptown Records and creating his own company. Then you get Biggie Smalls, who not only did you exploit, but was literally the driving force to your company. And you claim to be his friend, but your intent was just to capitalize. And when you found out that man had his own plan and was ready to leave and do his own thing because he really didn't need you and he really didn't want to be the face of Bad Boy, you exposed him. You allowed him. And you took out the one person that literally put you on the map. And for the past almost 30 years, you have capitalized on this one man's career that never really took off. It had just gotten started. How in the world do you go from being a multi-million-dollar company to now being a billion-dollar conglomerate individual? Now, with all that being said, you killed Biggie, The next person that you had after Biggie was Mace. Mace did 3 albums with you. Then he fucking left. You didn't use Mace's shit when Mace left because you knew that if you'd have used that man's shit, you'd be in bigger trouble than you were before. So you stayed on big shit. While doing that, you did Making the Band. You did Day 26.
Yeah.
You did Danity Kane. You did you had Jennifer Lopez. You had Loon. You had Deluxe. You had Cassie, who became your sex slave.
Click the next one.
And your chick for like what 10 plus years. Then you had your wife, Kim Porter's your children. You killed her because she was ready to come up with a tell-all book.
And that's already been published already.
Then you had
It has been published?
Yeah.
And then
I thought he killed her before it was published.
Dude, the book was already done. It just wasn't published.
It was done. It wasn't coming out. It wasn't out yet.
Right.
It wasn't out yet. And then after she died, they published it, but it never
was
out.
Bro, that's
like I said, they used it in court because of her.
But then you had Heavy D. Heavy D was another one.
Well, let's just say this, Christy. She probably would have been part of that too.
Heavy D was the only person that could really contain P. Diddy when he was on his shit. So if one person that can control you, you had enough and you had that kind of money, you're going to do what you got to do.
Clive Davis was more controlling Diddy because technically who did he
Clive
Davis
really couldn't control Diddy. Clive Davis.
Yes, he did.
Clive Davis gave the control to Diddy.
Wait, time out.
Listen. I'm telling you,
these white music executives is not in charge. Yes, the fuck that they are.
Clive Davis had his own shit because the fact that he was dealing with fucking Mariah and he had his own gay shit that he was trying to hide.
But bro, what I'm trying to tell you is, you think Diddy was the only one out of Clive Davis' shit? Of course not.
No, it was Clive
Luther
and it was Quincy
Vandross
Jones.
was one of those people too.
It was Clyde and it was Quincy Jones that fucked up Luther Vandross and Teddy Kim. And Tevin Kim.
Listen, guys, there's gonna be a lot of rappers that's gonna be brought into the forefront. There's gonna be state's evidence. Fresh Montana, Kevin Hart, the whole music and Hollywood scene, they're being completely quiet about it.
It's just sad too because like a lot of people said, a lot of people didn't stay after that time, but they're still labeled as they were there.
Well, you have to understand, Diddy had a habit of not taking care of his talent. He will use them.
Bro, he embarrassed the shit out of Day 26 and Danity Kane on MTV. Said, we're done. You just built 3 seasons with that just to cancel it?
Look at Making the Band. Look at Making the Band.
None of them are the same.
But look at Making the Band. Look what happened. Look what happened to the talent for Making the Band. Look what happened. Look what happened to them guys. You have someone who's known for being a tyrant. And at the end of the day, you had to think about it. Like, how do you go from not having your only major stars?
That was the biggest third grade.
Your only major stars, to be honest with you, from Bad Boy was Biggie, Mace. You had Mary J for a hot minute. You had the Locks for a hot minute. You had Craig Mack and Black Rob. That's it. You had 6 or 7 people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, G-Dep.
Faith Evans. I'm sorry. So you had 112. Okay, so you had it. But what I'm saying is to be on the pinnacle as far as the likes of a Mace and a Biggie.
There was no one compared to that.
Exactly. So outside of those,
honestly, only closest one honestly was Sean. But then that whole nightclub situation got him fucking fucked up for 20 years and got him deported.
You even had Mary J that came out and said that, I did a ritual I did my thing. It was on tape. I was young and I was quick. She admitted it.
Bro, this sounds like a movie.
You understand?
Stuff. It's crazy.
No, what this is, you know what this is? This is what Cat Williams has said in
bro, but
January.
isn't this crazy? But we see them on awards shows and stuff like, hey, first and foremost, we want to thank God and all this. And then you're doing these satanic rituals and stuff like that. Like, we never wanted to believe this nonstop.
Because that wasn't the God that wasn't the God that they were thinking. That wasn't the God that they were thinking. You have to, if you go,
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying now, but I'm saying, but at that time, they're like, oh, we're going to cater to the audience. We're going to talk about this. But we're talking about how bad McMahon and all these other guys are, bro. The celebrity standpoint, it's just standpoint based off of the bigger power you have, the more control I have. I want you to try to stop me.
What it is the more money you have, the more power that you are allowed to use.
And it's funny how Diddy came up with that movie with him and Russell Brand and Seth Rogen. I think it's Seth Rogen. No, what's the kid's name? Michael Cera, whatever his name. Sierra. No. Whatever the fucking kid's name is, the fat kid. Jonah Hill. And he came up with that whole storyline. Diddy basically told on himself based off that story, but we're not understanding it until 2024.
Well, listen, he's been put out there through other rappers like Eminem, 50 Cent.
Eminem hasn't been
a couple
shy
of
to say anything.
A couple no, if you bro.
Same thing with
Eminem, no.
What is his name since?
Eminem has said it plenty of times at the end. Sorry, Diddy. You know I love you. Or I was just joking. But he has mentioned how the fact that Diddy was the one that put out the hit to have Pop killed. And Biggie killed. And Biggie 50 has said the same shit too. A lot of these motherfuckers have been exposing this shit.
That's why he got out of the hip hop game, because he said this is a bunch of bullshit.
Who got out of the hip hop game?
You ain't making no money no more and shit like that off of your residuals.
50 got out of all of that stuff.
No, listen, right? Everything is changing in the music industry. Before it was tapes. Before it was vinyls. Then it was CDs. Before then it was tapes, then CDs, then MP3s. Now you have to buy your music. Now, for people like me, I can download my mixtapes off of that piff. But yeah, that's taking.
Singers gotta be losing money.
But then that's taking the Parker. No, wait a minute. But here's the thing, right? When you download the mixtapes, right, you're taking money away from the producers that actually produce those mixtape albums that you're bumping to every day, like Dipset, G-Unit, The Locks, for us back then, for me in Uncle Fast's era. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. And then you artists today that's not making that much money because they're dependent on the show revenue to make that money. They can rely on music.
That's not just the show revenue. A lot of these rappers ain't rapping about shit.
I know that. That's what I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Like this quick money shit with this music shit is overrated. It's trash.
Same beats, all that.
You know what I'm saying? There's no hook.
Guys,
there's no hook. There's no nothing.
Showing Diddy Combs.
Hey, hold on. Pause that real quick. So who's this girl Jaguar that keeps?
Okay, so Jaguar Wright was a singer for Jay-Z back in the day. Remember when MTV had the MTV plug and Jay-Z was the first rapper to do the. Okay, so the lady that was singing on Jay-Z's albums back in the day, The Blueprint and some other ones, that was Jaguar Wright. She did most of the like how Nate Dogg was to Warren G and the West Coast. She was that for Jay-Z. So she knew Jay-Z and them for years, way before the shit even came into, and way before Jay-Z even came that type of person, before Biggie died. She knew all these niggas.
Right.
So leading up to that, she admitted she did her shit. She did some shit. She never did certain things that were being portrayed. But when she started talking, everybody called her crazy. Like they do everybody, like they did Wendy Williams. And Wendy Williams brought out the whole shit about gay thug rappers. And she said, she mentioned Diddy in the whole nine. And Diddy called up the radio station and said, if you don't get this bitch off the radio, I'm gonna make sure that you don't get none of my music, you don't get to play none of my shit, nothing. And then next you know, before she knew it, she was gone. So that's where this is where Jaguar Wright and that dude Orlando Brown. The dude from Disney.
Yeah,
Both of them have the real insights of what went on. Orlando Brown is the product of the freak offs and what Hollywood does to kids. And how they get moved around in the sex trafficking shit, the Epstein Island / Nickelodeon Island or whatever you want to call it. How you get into these parties. Look at Drew Barrymore. That picture of Drew Barrymore circling around when she was a girl at these little Hollywood freak off parties and shit with mad jokes on the fucking table. And she said it herself. She said, "Yeah, I be partying and we be having fun and people we touch each other."
Shit. And
she said this shit is so good.
Valentino was caught with trannies.
There's a video of Justin Bieber sucking off Odell Beckham. And Bobby Valentino's like, yo, and you just see the shit all on his mouth. And you see Belkin just picking up his shit. Like, bro, listen, what you do in the dark is going to come to light. Okay? And at the end of the day, Jaguar Wright has been exposing a lot of shit. That video with Meek Mills was in the pool and he was like, oh, I like the way you do that. You can see the fact that he had his backside arched up because he was in pain.
And Uncle Fat and the whole leaked little recording of someone feeling like they was being violently attacked or like some shit like that.
And they said that was Meek Mills because they said Nicki Minaj was the one that recorded it.
He was drunk.
And she leaked it. They drugged him and they did what he did and she recorded it and because she's got beef with Jay-Z and Beyonce right now.
I know.
She's ready to expose these motherfuckers because they keep. It's like this. How do you claim to be the king of rap and the queen of R&B, and neither one of y'all has won a Grammy for best album or whatever? Your albums have never been number one. Never been number one.
That's why Kelly Rowland got thrown off the radar too, is because of Beyonce.
Well, she's a better singer. She's not a performer. She's a hell of a singer. She's way more talented than Beyonce. But because the fact that she's not an entertainer is the reason why she got overlooked. What do you think would happen to Carrie Hilson? Look what Beyonce did to her.
Look at how listen. Look at how many people both Beyonce and Jay-Z did. Like I said, they're nuts.
Oh, they're going to be the next ones going down because
whoever the higher ups are
for the past couple of years.
Nah, bro, this person got to go. That person got to go. That person got to go.
For the past couple of years, you've had people.
Goes, I'm expecting Drake to be the next target too. Right
You've had a couple of people speak on Beyonce and how she is on tours, how she does her employees, her rituals and shit like that, and the shit that she does. She's.
They try to make it sound like Beyonce's a victim.
She ain't no victim.
Nah.
But then again,
they're talking about
she's playing her role
and all that.
She's playing her. Remember when I said this to Troy?
Oh yeah. Just like no. Keep on it now, Pat. This is what we were just trying to tell him earlier. Women play victim more easier than most things.
Mm-hmm.
Say the same thing to Aaliyah, Warren. Oh, I forgot. Her parents sold her the fuck off. That wouldn't be on her fucking control.
Yeah, but you can't compare that to what Beyonce is.
We talk about the music scene, man. When we talk about wrestling, right? We talk about the music. The music
what I'm saying, yes, okay. But what I'm saying, as an artist, if we look at Beyonce's line of work, she never really was that girl until we found out who her dad was, and her dad wanted her to be the star. Destiny Child was Destiny was a 5-member group, and then they ended with 3.
That's right. They were 5.
There were 5 women groups.
I thought it was only 3. Yeah, you're right.
Also, Warren, let's slide over to Jay-Z for a few minutes. Look how he sabotaged Dame Dash in order to take over Rockefeller by underselling him. Look how many people that he had to backlash and shit like that.
Beanie Single, all them other motherfuckers.
Come on, bro. Like Jay-Z is no better than that shit either.
And then he took Cat's rap. Listen to the lyrics.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen to the lyrics.
I was about to say, a lot of these singers, we sat there and bobbed our heads and shit too. If you literally listen to the lyrics.
Okay, you know what song? I'm gonna tell you one song that he took. Remember that song that he did with Beyonce? All in life, what I wanted to say is me and my girlfriend, Tell me right to the end. To the end is me and my bro. That's a Tupac song.
I know.
Tupac did that shit first.
Yeah, I know that.
And then once Tupac died, he took that shit and him Beyonce revamped that shit.
96 buying your car, me and my girlfriend.
All of Jay-Z's major lyrics have come from people that are dead. Biggie, Tupac, and a few others. His most infamous lines have already been said before.
So this is my opinion.
All he did was copy. All he did was copy and paste.
Yo, facts. Yo, the shit that I was telling you about before we started the show, bro, it's everywhere.
What?
Atlantic Pro Wrestling even made the announcement about you know who.
Yeah.
Like,
well, done deal.
Bro, when I'm telling you, like, bro's gonna be blackballed by the end of the week. I was not lying to you.
Oh well, you should have known what the fuck you was doing.
I mean, the only Jay-Z song I really liked was the one where he did with Linkin Park. That's just my opinion.
That shit's crazy.
That was the best one. But what I'm saying, his most infamous songs, the verses and the words are taken from the likes of Big L, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, and a few other rappers on the East Coast from New York that he has taken.
That's what I'm trying to figure out if Jada's involved with that too, because then Jada, she was super obsessed with Tupac.
And Will Smith too.
Jada went to school with Tupac.
There's a lot of people.
That's where their friendship started. Their friendships, they went to theater art school together. That's how they met. And then Tupac said it in the interview. He said, I was the nice guy. I was a nice guy that was like, oh, you're beautiful. How you doing this, that, and the third? And he said, I didn't get the recognition until I said fuck it, and I started saying bitches and fuck you and this, that, and the third. And that's what
Taylor just as bad.
No, Christy, she was in love with Tupac still to this very day.
She's still in love with Tupac.
She did a little show. Will was upset about it.
Red Table.
Like, what do you think? Like, bro, she's in love with a dead man that's been dead for 20 years. Well, 30 years, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. And then this man was even fucking Quincy Jones' daughter. He wasn't thinking about her.
Yeah, he was pulling the Macho Man.
That was his daughter.
Yeah, he was pulling the Macho Man.
That was crazy as hell. But let's get to this video real quick.
Overseas, the feds have literally flown overseas to interview and also expand the investigation to find Diddy victims in the UK. On top of that, 100 new victims and lawsuits have come forward. Diddy has a class action on himself. We got a PowerPoint presentation. We're going to get into all of it. But the funniest thing to happen, if you can call any of this funny, is a lot of people are looking into one of Diddy's greatest hits that was ghost written by 50 Cent. And they say not only did 50 Cent predict this, but baby, he really got the last laugh. It actually is a weird turn of events, y'all. Let's get into this. First of all, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let's get into this. Y'all, listen. At the end of the day, people can say, oh my God, Diddy ain't going to jail. You going to jail. Diddy going to jail with a capital J. And put 6 L's behind it. You going to jail. He's going to jail. You have a class action lawsuit by one of the biggest and best class action litigators in the U.S. They would not have taken this case. The feds are interviewing more victims in London. Y'all remember a long time ago when I said that Diddy hired one of the best lawyers, not the one you see on TV right now. I don't know what's going on with them. But Diddy hired one of the best lawyers when it comes to international sex trafficking, international rug trafficking, international money laundering. Remember that happened? And I said, y'all, he is not paying for these lawyers for his health. He knows what's going on. And it looks like the feds are finally like, all right.
Oh, and let me just say this, y'all. If he was in Gen Pop, that motherfucker would have got killed already. That's the main reason reason why he's that they keeping this man in PC right now.
Well, he's not. I heard he's in Rhode Island.
Yeah, but he's not in the general population.
Nah, he can't be in Brooklyn. They said that he's going to be. They said he's in Rhode Island, and there's a lot.
They literally got him by himself. Like he ain't got nobody around him.
Nah, he's in Rhode Island, bro. He's in Rhode Island.
Like I said, like, bro, like they keep you isolated like that, bro. You are a mark. You are a mark in there. If one prison gets any type of leeway on you, some shit like that, bro,
he's dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
Listen, the feds this week and next week are interviewing the final phases of people for the grand jury. I know an indictment's come out, but more charges are coming. They've also flown to London to save the victims coming forward to actually say anything. Now, why is that important? We're going to get into the actual article, but why is this important? Well, I'll tell you why. Let me pull this up with my PowerPoint presentation, okay? Now, really quick, yesterday, we posted this video. It was a flashback. If you guys don't know, we are doing a recap to trial, recap before trial. Say what y'all want. Y'all, we have done, including lives, over 1,000 videos on this Diddy trial since everything started in November. We were the first to predict a lot of stuff that came out. We were the first with inside information. Say what you want, but this little mighty channel, this channel is mighty, right? But there have been over 1,000 videos that we have put in countless hours of.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything.
Research, countless hours of reaching out, countless hours. We are recapping before trial so people understand exactly what's going on and everybody can be on the same page. If it is new to you, then you go ahead and enjoy it. However, if you've already seen it, baby, you don't love a good recap, because I guarantee you there's a lot of stuff that slipped through the cracks. Why is that important? We posted this video yesterday, right? And sometimes you got to let me cook. We posted this video yesterday, and it was a flashback, right? Recap before trial. Popular DJ with ties to Diddy brutally deleted, okay? This man had major ties to Diddy. However, it came out that he actually had ties to also the Turkish mama, or it comes to mafia. Sorry, just saw a mosquito. Ties to the Turkish mafia, as well as, sorry guys, it was a little mosquito. Anyway, ties to the Turkish mafia, as well as ties to Diddy. It was rug smuggling. It was money laundering. It was all this stuff. Now, why did I post this flashback? Because everything is interconnected. Before we get into the article, let me tell you how this is connected. Okay, Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted. People are saying there is a link between Diddy and Mayor Adams. Mayor Adams said he didn't do anything for free. People say Diddy bought the key to the city, but also Diddy got Mayor Adams involved in his stuff. They have not released the actual nature of the indictment, but people are saying there is a link.
That's why the New York mayor got indicted the other day too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's even worse, yo.
Mm-hmm. That's the one thing about that's the reason why the people,
he's just bored as hell.
That's the reason why the people from Sony stepped down. The people from all the companies stepped down was because of the fact that they've all been to these parties.
CEOs and shit that stepping the fuck down.
Because they had ties to Diddy. They got ties to Diddy.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's already getting fucking crazy because of this, a lot of people are going to get residuals back that are owed to them. Because Diddy, you have to understand, Diddy has over 100 class action lawsuits against him. All that billions of dollars gone.
You know he's using everything as leverage too.
Oh yeah, but the one thing you have to understand is, May said it. He said the reason why you acted like that is because you wanted to talk about receipts. I got receipts. The receipts are in your mother's name. Everything is in your mother's name.
Mm-hmm.
So you was doing all this laundry, money laundering, and the shit was in your mama's name. You was using your mom as the scapegoat while you was doing your dirt shit. You know, you can't put the full blame on me because the money, you know, I'm just giving it to my mom to hold or whatever. You putting this poor old lady into the mix, and she should fucking know better.
Be like that, champ.
Yeah, I know. You get that money, I guess you want to act
be like that.
Mayor Adams is accused of being a foreign operating agent for a foreign country on U.S. soil. What is that country? Turkey.
Jesus.
Okay. Now, is it related? We will see in the indictment. However, one of the things that confused a few people was when I was like, y'all, Diddy's been seen in London. It was a flashback for a reason. Diddy has spent so much, when all this stuff came off with the first Cassie thing and everybody's just like, where's Diddy? Where's Diddy? We were the first report that Diddy was hiding out in London. Diddy has close ties with London. Diddy does a lot of business in London. Diddy's alleged sugar daddy, godfather to his kids, billionaire Ron Burkle, has a huge place in London. Diddy parties in London. If you look at the videos I posted, again, I've done over 1,000 videos on Diddy, hardcore research, baby. You can't deny the work. The product is there, and we are going to keep rehashing it so we get up to trial. But let me just bring you guys up to speed real quick, right? When all this Cassie's up, Diddy was partying in London. Diddy was hanging out in London. Diddy was hiding out in London. How did we find out? By researching the Snapchats for his children, but also his hanger-ons that are now his co-conspirators, KK and those two guys, as well as Brendan, as well as the photographer. We were like, yo, this mofo is in London. He thinks this is a joke. They thought they were going to hide out. I said back then, you guys, Diddy is going to hire a lawyer because a lot of the stuff he did wasn't just in America. It was on yachts. It was in foreign countries. It was in the south of France. But baby, it was in London. That is his second home against home. And he had the money, the finances. And y'all want to talk about the powers that be, baby.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you.
Easy. Just the fact that, you know, $80 you do on your boat, your car, everything like that. Now they're going to get all that shit. DNA, whatever the fuck that they can try to find, at least.
It's just sad it's been this long. You didn't find out about.
This has been going on for a very long time.
This shit's been going on for decades, bro. They've been trying. Motherfuckers been trying to tell people about Diddy for the longest time and about these gatekeepers, and nobody wanted to believe it. And now, because the shit is too much, now everybody. Listen, Cat Williams said it the best. This is the year of the truth. And it doesn't matter who you are, whether you Diddy, TDJs, anybody. What you do in the dark is going to come to light. People are tired of this fuck shit, this secret gay shit, and all this shit that's going on.
Because it killed a lot of people's popularity.
Not only did it kill a lot of people's popularity, it's taken the lives of people too soon. People that all they were doing was just telling the truth, and they're getting alive for telling the truth, for coming out, because their sins is weighing on them, because they don't want to live that kind of life no more. And you got someone with the likes of Diddy, Clive Davis, Quincy Jones, anyone, Epstein, anybody else of that nature, that preys on that. Like, what are you supposed to do? How do you explain losing your two top tier stars, and then you still become a billionaire, regardless of the alcohol, the clothing wear? You're not a Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she in that shit too.
That's what I've been hearing too.
I heard she was fucking with Jay-Z at what, 16?
That was rumored when him and Beyonce were just together. When they did that Umbrella song.
And then if you love me, and then that's when she found out, and she was like, if you love me, you put a ring on it. And that's when that whole shit went out. And then next, you know, boom. Remember when that whole song, Let Me Put a Ring on It, as when she got fucked up by Chris Brown.
Yep.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
And the powers that be were keeping him well protected. Is it a coincidence that the same day we dropped the video of a flashback of y'all, keep your eyes on London, keep your eyes, and don't forget, Diddy ran to London when this first happened to hide out, but also to re-up and get some very, very powerful support. Again, this DJ, the Turkish tie, we'll see what happens with Mayor Eric Adams. Do you think it is a coincidence that the feds just we dropped this video in the early morning of Saturday? Do you think it's a coincidence that late Saturday evening, the feds announced that Sean Diddy Combs investigators have flown into the UK to launch a search for possible British victims of the embattled rapper? Y'all, you gotta pay attention because everything in the Diddy case is related. And when I give y'all recap information, I'm giving it to y'all for a reason, because you need to know the backstory so you can clearly understand what's going on now. I know a lot of people didn't do the investigation of the backstory. It's okay. I know y'all got jobs. I know y'all got lives. That's what I am here for too. Again, we posted the video early in the morning. It was a throwback, flashback. Y'all need to know what the backstory is. And later on that night, less than 12 hours later, the feds announced that they are expanding the investigation to the UK to launch a new search for possible British victims of Diddy. Listen, I'm running this city, sending the cops and the feds to come get me. Listen, at the end of the day, again, y'all, all this week, there's over 1,000 videos. I know. I'm happy y'all ain't even watch them, but that's cool, because maybe we are going to curate the best videos with the most relevant information that I guarantee you're going to need to truly understand what's going on in this investigation and in the Diddy trial. We just can't show up the day before. Baby, I'm giving y'all the past, the present, and then we're going to get together and speculate about the future. All right? We're going to speculate about the future. So that confusion earlier yesterday, I was giving y'all that information for a reason. When I say something is coming, listen. Y'all can listen if y'all want, but I'm just saying. Really quick, let's get into this story. Ahmad L, thank you for being a member for 5 months. And Elaine Plowden Brown said, hey, Tisa, you think TD Jakes could be the high-profile person?
Oh, there's more people higher than TD Jakes on that profile shit.
So if you guys don't know, there was a lawyer yesterday
that actually said that
Diddy,
yeah, it is. Go on, you
Tubi, that they hired her to represent, because
Tubi, they got the downfall of Diddy.
Person that had the tape wanted to enter into negotiations. I'm
it's
assuming
on
to sell the tape back to Diddy, so he didn't have anything to worry about. Do I think it's TG Jakes? It depends on whether you're in a church or not. It is debatable on whether you're in the church or not, whether TG Jakes is a higher profile person than Diddy. If you're in the church, yeah, TD Jakes is super huge and bigger than Diddy. If you're not, well, I don't know. I think that it's one of Diddy's peers, and I think that it is somebody else in the music industry. That's just my guess.
It's a bunch of politics, religious leaders,
be an actor,
gang members, all types of shit.
An actor or an actress.
He's got shit
something
on
in the
everybody.
statement led me to believe it was a man.
They're going for the tapes, the
I
photos.
really believes, what do y'all think?
They're trying to see if there was any other underage kids involved in the photos.
That's money.
Every little thing
so fighting with that
they can on this man to put him behind bars.
Yo.
Or to at least expose and try to cover it up.
Again, the Turks may be the connection.
No, he's going to try to kill
sex trafficking, money laundering,
drug trafficking.
A lot of charges that people say Diddy are facing. The
That's
DJ, the this and that. The important takeaway is the feds are now officially announcing.
I guarantee that's what all the celebs right now. Everyone that he knows.
Did they believe that
that's what
Diddy
they're hoping.
did some dirt in the UK, and they are flying to the UK to interview potential witnesses. Instead of flying a million witnesses, because we're gonna talk about the 100-case class action. Instead
So
of
he
flying
tried to
$1
sell
million
his house just so
over
he could
to
have
the
collateral
U.S. to
bail
actually
out.
get interviewed by the feds. The feds, of Homeland Security, are flying their mobile investigation unit, a really tight, highly qualified, but like very, 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 their best and the brightest. They're flying them over to the UK, and they are going to be holding interviews with all of Diddy's alleged victims. Again, we did the flashback for this video. And this is why flashbacks are so important, because if not, a lot of people want to put this. I mean, if y'all did, kudos to y'all, right? We are some Nancy do what it do, but a lot of people aren't tying what has been researched for the past 7 months with what? Just like that Jonathan Oddie video. Title tells we were on that stuff in December, the first to break it, slow it down. People said it was fake. People said there was nothing to it. Now, 7 months later, everybody from CNN on down is talking about the video that leave it. You see what I'm saying? Listen, we are the first usually on this. It pays to be nosy. Popular DJ with ties to Diddy brutally deleted. The takeaway was that Diddy has been hiding out. Well, before he got arrested, he spent most of his time from January, December, some in November, out in London. I believe he even had his birthday party, or somebody, one of his kids or him birthday party actually out in London as well. Had Dana Tran, had a bunch of people. Okay, let's get into this article about what the feds just dropped. This is a bombshell. Then we're going to get into the 100-person case is allegedly. Diddy now officially, not counting all the cases
I heard
we
about
covered,
that shit.
not counting Cassie's case. Cassie's case and all the cases we covered, I think it came to 13 or 14.
Yeah, but you also know that Diddy also offered 50 to
are
take him shopping, and 50 almost broke his face.
100 cases that are hitting the
He's like,
docket
yeah, Diddy's a Tupac.
against Diddy on Tuesday. The lawyer has announced it. The lawyer is one of the biggest and best lawyers against class action. Baby, they can say what they want. They can say what they want.
Mike Tyson even said it about 6 years ago when they were on that show. And Diddy kept trying to touch him.
I'm like, what is the grown man trying to take another grown man shopping? They're saying that I'm boxing new clothes.
Diddy be trying it, but Diddy knows better than to fuck with Tyson.
Like, nigga, get out of here.
And the only reason why Tyson ain't dealing with it is because Tyson's too grown. And Tyson really don't have time to be fighting off people for being known as a gay basher. So,
especially this era.
People need to understand that motherfucker that you saw on that press conference when he was like, "Oh, I'll eat your kids," or this, that, and the third. That motherfucker's real. There's a clip. There's a clip on YouTube. There's a clip on YouTube with Cameron and Mace, and they asked Mike Tyson, if you wasn't doing boxing, what would you have done? What other sport would you have done? He said, I would have been a criminal.
Probably.
Just like that. I'd have been a criminal. He said, I would have been a criminal. He said, I love to fight. He said, when I was locked up in juvie, he said, I got discovered by these big time, and he named it, some of the big time drug dealers in Boston. He said, I was cool with them in juvie. And then the sparring start of juvie, that's how he got discovered. So pretty much the hood invested in him to become the Iron Mike that he is. That's why he's the most feared. Because even the cats in juvie couldn't fuck with him. Because he had no fear. Motherfuckers from Brownsville, New York. One of the most ghettoest places in the country. When you talking about concrete jungle, there's concrete jungle. No cap.
Next to Harlem.
So for him to come from that and then be the man that he is today, it speaks high volumes. Everyone was scared of that man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you take pleasure out of beating a man to an oblivion, and then afterwards you have a decision of whether or not if you want to leave with sportsmanship or not do anything. Like, how many times have you seen Mike Tyson knock a dude out and then walk over and then shake the dude's hand to make sure he's okay? He just took his frustrations out on you. But he knows at the end of the day, you're a man, we're a fighter, but I'm coming to kill you. Like, just be glad that if this is in the ring and not in the streets, because if it was in the streets, it'd have been a whole different ball game. I think he'd have been electrocuted on some real shit. Because this man has a one-track mind. You're in my way, bitch, be gone. And that's the shit that's crazy. So I mean, did he be lucking up on some shit when he be crossing some dudes trying to check and see how far he can go? You better be glad Tyson wasn't on one that day. Because I don't think there's anybody, even Tyson now, him being close to 60, you saw what the fuck, or you heard what he did to Jake Paul, if that fight really happened. Like,
oh, it's going to happen. I still think Jake Paul is not winning.
Oh, bro, it's for the payday.
Oh, if it's a draw, but if they literally let Tyson fight, they're gonna
let him fight. They're gonna let him fight, and Tyson is going to prove why he is the most feared man in combat sports.
Or it could be detrimental to him because you got him at a later age.
True. The last fight I watched him do on the COVID era, he should have won hands down.
So one thing that
he pulled back way too many punches.
Nobody.
Oh, you talking about when he went against Roy Jones?
Yeah, he pulled back way too many punches.
Different weight class. He would have been fucked up Roy Jones. I'm sorry. I love Roy Jones. That's a hell of a different weight class. And if you'd have put Iron Mike with a prime Roy Jones, Iron Mike would have folded the fuck out of Roy Jones. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it would have been Red Dog season all day.
Yeah, that's the one that Jake Paul beat up Nate Robinson.
Yeah, that's. I wouldn't even count that. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones should have never changed weight class. He should have stayed where he's at and been undefeated, but he wanted to prove that he could hang, and he got beat by Antonio Tarver, and that was the end of his fucking career.
Yeah.
So,
well, I gotta put a release. I gotta put the release out real quick. Hold on.
That's crazy.
But this comes to show you how bad, like the domino effect of the Diddler or the Diddy monster. For almost 30 years, this dude has pretty much transitioned the industry into I hate to say it this way, into a gay phenomenon.
This makes sense why a lot of celebrities rely on suicide. Because they can't live with the fact that their public image does not look at how the stuff is behind the camera. And I mean, when we count down numerous child actresses, when they're at their peak and they're at their top level child actresses, which one now, still to this day, is on top of the world, still regardless?
Britney Spears.
The only one I can think of is Miley Cyrus. That's it.
Yeah,
Britney Spears.
Yeah, but
Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, Raven Simone,
Amanda Bynes. She literally should have been the golden one.
No, she
got screwed out.
Mm-hmm.
I literally said it. Amanda Bynes would have annihilated Miley Cyrus in ratings, in movies, and all that.
Well, look at Shia LaBeouf. All the shit that he was saying.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone thought he was crazy, and we're hearing more stuff about it now. I mean, it's insane when you look at all this stuff overall. Like,
but this shows you the power of money. This shows you when they want to hide something, they're going to hide it. But I'm going to keep saying it, and I don't care how many times I'm saying it until this year is over. Cat Williams said it best. He exposed it. That interview with Shannon is now at almost 80 million views.
Miley Cyrus is trash.
It's almost at 80 million views, and he said it. The truth is going to come out. All the shit that we've been hearing is not going to be a secret anymore. A lot of these people, Tyler Perry, Diddy, TD Jakes, Sony International, the mayors, the politicians, all these people that are in close proximity with Diddy are going down in a bucket of fucking flames. They're going down. And once they go down, this is going to open up the floodgates for the industry to finally get music back in order. This is all that gatekeeping shit is going to be done. And hopefully it'll be done for good. Because I'm tired of this fucking new age music. It's trash.
True.
The shit is fucking trash. There's no hook. There's no substance. There's no storyline. We grew up in an era where music had hooks. If we didn't know the words, you were like, yo, what's the name of that song? Tell us to the song. And all of a sudden, like, the hook goes this, it goes that. Oh, that's such and such. But you can't do that shit now. You got to ask. You heard a little Dirt. You heard of Travis Scott. You heard a little TJ. You heard of this. And it's just corny, bro. It's corny, bro. It's not even. It's not even.
Also, if y'all been paying attention to what's going on with Offset and Cardi, okay, fine, we'll say that for a different live. Let's get into this one. All right, where are we at? This is directly hot off the presses. Okay, Sean again. Diddy ain't in London. No, not anymore. He's arrested, but we need to actually look at what was going on 7 months ago with Diddy hiding and what the streets of London were saying. Maybe it's a flashback. John Diddy Combs investigators fly into the UK to launch search for possible British victims of the embattled rapper. U.S. detectives investigating Sean Diddy Combs have arrived in London. Again, they sent their investigators there. They're flying a whole bunch of people over here. It made sense, right? Have arrived, and also with concerns that Diddy is witness tampering, Diddy is obstruction of justice. The federal government is taking that as a very real and present threat. Even though Diddy is behind bars, they believe that Diddy has a ragtag mobilization of people still carrying out his wishes. Let's not forget that there's a lot of money behind Diddy, his own, and there's a lot of people. Running interference because they have their hand out thinking they're going to get a few pennies. Baby, when these class action lawsuits are over, ain't going to be no pennies to get. There are not going to be not one penny to get. Okay, so let's get into this, shall we? U.S. detectives investigating Sean Diddy Combs have arrived in London following concerns the embattled rapper may have abused women in the UK. Again, London was Diddy's stomping grounds. We did that investigation. I just want to keep putting that in your heads because it's London, it's also the south of France during yacht season for Thanksgiving, New Year's, and also Christmas. He always spent Christmas to New Year's in Saint-Tropez. Let's also not forget that during that time is when Christian Combs caught a great case that is still open and outstanding for, if you believe what everybody is, following his daddy's footsteps and doing something with one of the girls, the people that worked on the yachts, okay? They said the musician whose real name is Sean Love Combs, did he legally change his middle name to Love? Yo, this man is a maniacal, evil villain. And he was in our face the whole time. He's currently awaiting trial at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center in New York City on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pled, not guilty to all three charges and was denied bail. Again, more charges are coming. Now, interestingly enough, y'all remember when they said that Diddy was on S-Watch and he's on Suicidey and they're worried he might hurt themselves. You know, they just took that mofo off of Suicidey and fed him some moldy food and told him, you just better shut up. Oddly enough, Eric Adams is going to be, if he's arrested, Eric Adams might get out on bail. Since the feds are going to arrest him, I think Monday or Tuesday, Eric Adams might be in the same detention center while he's awaiting his bail hearing. With Eric Adams, that's interesting. So he didn't engage in sex trafficking or anything like that. So he'll probably be given bail. The only thing with bail is you got to prove where you got that money from. And if Eric Adams is being accused of taking money from the Turkish government, when he goes, they're probably going to set the bail super high, but something that he can't afford, like 50 million. And if he comes with 50 million, they're going to ask, where did you get this 50 million? We've been monitoring your income for the last 10 years. You've been a government servant for how many years? We know how much you make. Where did you get this money from? Did you get it from an investment portfolio? If he cannot, much like when Black 100 tried to put up bail for Keith D, the guy that's accused of murking Pac or ordering the hit on Pac, when they tried to bring Keith D's bail in, the judge is like, where'd you get this from? They found out it came from Black 100, and they said, nah, buddy, you gonna park yourself right there in jail until you get some legit money. Again, Eric Adams will probably get bail, but can he afford the amount set and actually show where that money came from? Anyway, that's just a little aside, but let's get into this, right? So anyway, Diddy ain't on S-Watch anymore. They stopped that because they did it for public sympathy, and everybody in the public laughed and said, boo-hoo, we don't care, right? And half of us, including me, was like, I don't believe this at all. I don't think you're anywhere close. I don't think that you would ever hurt yourself. I think you love yourself, and you think you're smarter than everybody, and you think that you can somehow come back from this. Let's also not forget City College, when a bunch of people, even a pregnant woman, was deleted, and a bunch of people died. Diddy didn't even get charged on that. So I think and let's not forget the nightclub shooting with Jennifer Lopez. Diddy ain't get charged in that either. Now, Diddy's either the most unluckiest innocent man or the...
Is that Dukes? What the hell? Duke, what happened? You slid on in here.
It is trash, Chrissy.
I slid like a fitted, doggy.
Yeah, you mad late, bro. You said a little bit after 10, bro. It's now 1 o'clock.
Right. No, it's not. No, it's not 1 o'clock.
No, on Deuce time it's 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, Deuce time is 1 o'clock.
Nah, you good. Y'all keep up good. MBTA?
No. I mean, I do, but
Sunday schedule?
I missed the MBTA. Yeah, Sunday schedule was ass, bro.
That's why you gotta find alternative ways to get home. That's why, normally for me, I don't work on Sundays. I know how that's.
I'm actually off on those days. Thank God.
So that's
one day I don't work anymore.
Well, dude, you fast up. You missed the first half of the Vince McMahon trials, as we had before we shifted over to Diddy trials.
I heard about that Netflix thing they did on Vince McMahon and whatnot. Basically the same thing as what Dark Side of the Ring did for Vince.
No, they did a little bit more.
Further. Corruption.
They let Vince talk.
Let Vince talk, all right, before, towards the end, where he abruptly stopped. And that's when the charges were on him and shit like that. That's when everything went posted. Well, no, but Puppy over here on the other end, I mean, just like you missed the motion.
He has no fallback.
No. Because Mr. Dukes over here is the lotion man. Mr. Diddy over here is the baby oil man.
No, he's the oil man. He ain't the baby oil. He's the oil man. That motherfucker had thousands of...
They said Johnson lost half their profits since Diddy's been locked up.
That's crazy.
Stocks went down, bro.
That's crazy.
If you got your
shout out to those that invested in Johnson & Johnson products from the 90s up until now.
Boy, they're about to look at receipts and find who.
I salute you because you got paid. It'd be nice to sell your stocks now because after he gets switched to Central
Johnson & Johnson's going.
That's gonna be it. There's gonna be no more baby oil. They're gonna be doing, he's on suicide watch.
Well, too bad, Dukes, because now if you want to need them lotions and baby oil, you need to get them bitches now.
Nah, he got to get the jerkins.
Either or.
Jerkins?
Hold on, why did you just say it like that? Ooh, jerkins. What?
Sound like Homer Simpson.
Not the jerkins. Like it's like a damn special meal or something.
Lotion, right.
You sound like somebody advertising something off of damn Applebee's. We got a new bacon, the Baconator 3000. Ooh, what? What was it like
that? Ooh. Bacon.
That's no bacon.
Lord help us.
Lord help us.
The luckiest, guiltiest man, or the luckiest, guiltiest man walking around. Anyway,
There ain't no way this man's.
It's
guilty.
alleged that Diddy. Let's get back into the article. It's alleged that Diddy would coerce and manipulate victims into taking part in days-long sexual performances, which he dubbed freak-offs. Diddy's associates would allegedly ply victims with rugs and keep them compliant, and would make threats against anyone refusing to engage. Claims similar made in a civil lawsuit fought by Cassie and Little Rod.
Didn't go to jail. This whole entire trial. He's
This
gonna break
trial is
people
gonna
down.
take a year. It's gonna take a year before it's finished. It's gonna be the most talked about trial in the world.
Was now just
But he's
another
gonna take the bodies with him.
Oh, a few bodies are already going down. They already resigned.
The indictment against Sean P. Diddy Combs was lengthy, 14 pages detailing a series of alleged crimes. The charges were complex, ranging from financial misconduct to assault. The accusations painted a picture far different from the public image Diddy had cultivated. One of the most serious charges was tax evasion. Prosecutors alleged that Diddy had failed to pay millions of dollars in taxes over several years. This was a serious offense, one that could carry a hefty prison sentence. The government claimed Diddy had used his wealth and influence to avoid paying his fair share. Another charge was assault. The
7 years.
But reports suggested an altercation at a nightclub.
Yep, they locked my man Wesley Snipes away for 7 years because of fucking tax
The
evasion.
indictment sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry.
Yep, Deuce is right.
The Metropolitan Detention
Tucker.
Center in Brooklyn was a far
Chris
cry
Tucker,
from
too.
the luxurious world Diddy was accustomed to. The facility was
I don't
known
see
for
how
its
you
harsh
make all that
conditions
money
and
and don't pay
overcrowded
all the same.
cells. Gone were the private chefs and lavish amenities. Diddy was now subject to the strict
There was
rules
something
and
that was
regulations
written
of
in
prison
bold
life.
print or something. I
His
don't
days
know.
were regimented. Wake-up calls,
Boy
meal
said,
times,
"Oh,
and
they
lights out
handle
were
it.
all
I'm good."
dictated by the prison schedule.
they
Privacy was
handle it all right.
non-existent. He shared
All
a cramped
expenses
cell with
paid.
other
That
inmates.
shit
a
shows
stark
up like
contrast to his
receipts.
sprawling mansions. The weight of his situation began to set in. The once bustling entrepreneur was now confined to a small concrete cell. The walls seemed to close in, a constant reminder of his fall from grace. The sounds of the prison echoed around him, the clanging of bars, the shouts of inmates, the footsteps of guards. He was alone with his thoughts, left to confront the consequences of his alleged actions.
If I were them,
News of Diddy's
I
arrest
would put
spread.
like an
Many
audio recording thing in Diddy's
artists, a lot of creatives
cell.
and everything. But the fact
Make some
I
noise
would
for
literally
Josh
put an audio
Johnson.
recording in his cell, and you know he's confessing to shit. Just if he's in there by himself, if he's really in that psychological thing, bro, you can find out so much shit off of that. That's what, in my opinion, that's what they
just
should
lied,
do with
just
these
the
things.
man. When she was getting banged, she liked to scream a lot.
Was recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes.
Now the dude that he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. For the record, it's not Jay-Z.
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Pull it, go kill.
That's a different type of party.
If it's an open relationship, understand that means him and men.
To describe puppy in one word is
There's freak-off videos being sold underground right now in Hollywood featuring big artists when they didn't even know they were being recorded, and I'm going to show you everything.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped? There already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around.
Bro, there's been
individuals
tapes.
in Hollywood.
He's been selling shit overseas.
But one
Did you hear
particular
about when he
person
sold for $5
contacted
million?
me to shop a particular video.
What'd you say, Warren?
He sold one for like 5 million bitcoins or some shit like that. Like he's been selling shit underground for cryptocurrency shit. I don't know wrong.
They were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge. I've heard this. Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs. Really? This was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's to me doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped, like they're being surreptitiously recorded.
Basically, they got a
You know
hidden
what
camera
happens
in
at
that.
midnight? At midnight, certain things happen.
Hidden
Girls
cameras
get
all
naked.
over the
All of a
fucking
sudden,
place and shit
everybody's
like that.
naked.
Hell yeah.
Who do you think went through there? Everybody.
Did you hear how many cameras are in his house?
Oh, he had cameras everywhere. Everything was recorded at his house.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's why they raided his crib, because they wanted to get photos.
They want to try to find videos and all that
Which
shit.
is crazy. He kept all that stuff, which is weird.
Yeah,
Well, you not know what these people, they rely on those because it's
I
blackmail.
get that, but it's like,
but more
damn.
importantly for them, it's a fetish. They like to
I
watch
put that bitch in a
themselves.
safe or something to make sure nobody can grab it.
Maybe that's what he had, but you already know now, since like what home invaders came through and tried to find everything on it.
They
Come
said
on,
they
now.
raided all 3 houses that he had: the London, Miami, and LA, all at the same time.
So you already, if they raided it, you already know they had to tear some shit up just to find tapes.
Or
that's
or he wasn't trying hard enough, and then the tapes were on display somewhere else.
No, they said the tapes were sold on black market.
Yeah, it's been, they were sold on dark web.
Yeah, the
Do
video.
you not know that you can
There's
make
one.
copies of these tapes?
Apparently, there's one about Beyonce. I do know that one.
Tapes now, bro.
Oh, he's got copies, but it's on fire.
Yeah. But they all, listen, but they all ain't sold. Some of them probably sold, but not all of them.
No, not all of them.
Probably
But
there's
no,
some
he
that
sold
that's-
one. He
that's-
literally
that's
sold one for $5 million.
Because if you see a former president in one of those tapes, the US of A is fucked. It's fucked. If one former president is on one of those tapes. This whole country that we living in will be a fucking laughingstock. I mean, we already are, but come on, we'll be more of a laughingstock. Damn, bro, like you guys, your civilization's doing that shit over there. We don't want our people going nowhere over there. Stop
It
our
goes
ports.
to tell you about this sex trafficking in London and stuff. Yeah.
Everywhere. Warren,
It's all
it's the
over.
problem. Wait, Warren, it's the problem. Everywhere is sex trafficking. Because it's an underground business no matter where you see it. That's like the drug game. The drug game is one of the most profitable operations underground wise, and it always
Well,
been.
hopefully this exposure will put a halt on some of that shit for a little bit.
Let's
That's
hope.
going to kill a lot of production, like movies, videos, all that shit.
Well, they're saying some of these kids in these videos.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you haven't saying anything is because they participated.
As you guys heard, people are actively selling freak off Diddy tapes right now to Hollywood people that were in them and didn't even know they were in them. So here's a list of celebrities that are probably on tapes right now trying to buy them back. Some of these will shock you and others will definitely surprise you because I got a lot of stuff to show you that you haven't seen yet, starting with Beyonce.
I ain't gonna say who it is, but it's a real famous rapper and it's a real famous R&B chick. Okay. Yeah. Pimp had a naked, he had a recording of them. I think he died with it.
It's been long rumored that Beyonce was in a freak off tape with Diddy, and a lot of people have seen this video.
So the tape was real.
Of course it was real. All her tapes is real.
How many tapes she got?
Gotta have at least 40 of them.
When she was getting banged, she liked to scream a lot, and she was screaming a lot. You know, she was in
Scream or sing?
like, oh, you know. So like she sing, and she's a big time R&B. Anybody that you know that's in Houston that knew was going around Houston, a lot of rappers and shit, then you know who I'm talking about. Now the dude that he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a mogul. For the record, it's not Jay-Z. This brother here is 10 times more famous than Kim.
Is this person in movies as well? Have they made movies?
Yeah, they have made movies. I've seen them in a couple movies. Beyonce was in movies. A lot of people been in movies.
Now, this tape never made it to the light of day because the rapper that had it, Pimp C, ended up mysteriously dying from overdosing on a drug called lean, which people just
don't.
Yeah, but nah, they say that
Don't do
Pimp C's death was
that his shit wasn't no accidental overdose. It was a
he was alive. He was alive because he knew a lot of shit.
Yo,
he from Houston, right? Or is he from?
Yeah, he's from Houston.
Yeah, because he knows Beyonce now.
Oh no, damn.
No bullshit. They say that like, there was something wrong with Pimp C's death.
It's off. I'm done. I'm finished for the night. I'm done. No. Oh my god. No. I'm sick. No.
You're gonna get more sicker. Because these names, you'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, come on, play it. We need to hear it.
Because legit, you're gonna hear some names, you're gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker? Damn.
I wouldn't be surprised. I just want to hear the names.
I think I might know a couple. No bullshit.
Every rapper drank. You know Diddy and Jay-Z are not going to let him get away with it after he's passing around this tape of Beyonce. Diddy did anything Beyonce wanted.
Okay, fun fact, a lot of people don't know that cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. That's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked together cheesecake. It was for Beyonce.
Why Beyonce was around while they're filming an MTV show, who knows, but she was always at Diddy's parties.
I was throwing this party for the MTV Movie Award. Beckham's was there. I remember Beyonce was there. Security comes to get me and says, you have a guest here who wasn't on the list. And I'm like, who? It's like Michael Jackson. So then I go towards the back and it's Michael. I'm like, Michael, what's up? Like, what you doing here? And he was like, I'm here with Brett Ratner. We came to the party. Is everything cool? Can we come?
Now, Brett Ratner is a huge director. Movies like Rush Hour, always went to Diddy parties, and he has tons of essay allegations on him, much like Diddy and Harvey Weinstein. If you want to get ahead in the business, you had to do whatever they wanted or you weren't moving up. But that's another story for another day.
And then he leans over to me. We taking some pictures. He leans over to me. He's like, "Where's Beyonce?" So I run up on B. B is on the dance floor. I'm like, B. Michael's here. He wants to meet you, whatever. And so I get Mike. Bring him over. He's like, I love the record, whatever. He goes, tells the DJ to play the record, and he was also ready to go for his as a man. I think we all as men at that time wanted to dance with Beyonce.
Now, the alleged rumors are that Jay and Beyonce had an open relationship, and at Diddy parties, they got whoever they wanted, much like this other couple, which is Jada Pinkett and Will Smith.
Puffy, just large, just the man. I think Puffy is now in that rap renaissance, kind of being part of defining really where rap is going. He's making people dance again.
Right. If it's an open relationship, understand that means him and men, not you thinking about it wrong. It's okay.
Now, Diddy and Will Smith have been going to parties for a very long time, and it gets crazy over there. There's really not a lot of pictures from Diddy parties past a certain time because Diddy always took everybody's cell phone when the crazy stuff was going to happen. But it might not be a shock, like Cat Williams said. When you do what they want, they move you up fast. And if you don't, it's going to be a harder path. But Will Smith is still good with Diddy to this day and has never made a comment about all the allegations or his arrests.
Some people got heroes, but then you got that hero, that one hero. That's my brother Will Smith right here. Let's give him a round of applause. Happy Easter, man.
Family, what's the deal? We need you. So I'm going to take that opportunity to say that to you right now. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank you
all
very
of my
much.
healthcare work. Thank you for what you do.
Thank God that God gave us a Will Smith, and that's real talk.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
I don't want to get you in trouble with Jay. So do your thing, player.
Here's Will Smith's former assistant who says allegedly Will was getting it on with another man. So it's a possibility that he was doing a lot of that at Diddy's party.
Will was not my friend.
Yeah.
I was his friend. So I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So it's like you're doing some real elegant pip. I'm blowing you up.
And then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin. All right, I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him.
Now, Star Magazine did post something about Dwayne and Will from 10 years ago saying they were hooking up.
Go ahead and let it come out, Will. That's why Tisha left Lil Wayne. Everybody know. Anybody from LA know you and Dwayne are an idol.
Now, everybody know now about the Diddy parties, but if you go to the Diddy party, it's going to be like an eyes wide shut. For one reason or another, she got invited to a Diddy party in Cancun. In the middle of this room, she tell me Diddy is over here on one couch and Dwayne Martin is over there on the other couch. And Diddy is throwing grapes, and Dwayne Martin is over there catching them with his mouth.
We done heard all these stories. We know all these stories. We done known somebody that was picked up. I got homeboy Magic Johnson done trying to pull.
Here's a new blind item that is allegedly about how Magic Johnson is getting roped into the whole Diddy scandal because his son, EJ, was a huge fan of Diddy's parties.
Now, whether Will likes men or not is irrelevant. I'm a big Will Smith fan, and I just hope that he wasn't at these Diddy
So you
parties
got to hold a Magic son.
or intoxicated or forced to be there. But another person who's close to Will and Diddy, and he actually started the whole recording of Diddy parties, and that's Jamie Foxx.
When we were in Africa, Will Smith showed me something I had never seen. He walks out in the townships with the people, and they lift him up. And that carries him through the township. It was amazing. I would show up to the party, puff SUVs and Bentleys, the whole night. He get out. I get out too with a camera. What's up, Playboy? What you talking about? I said, I should get this man. You move fine with the whole night. He says, yeah, let him through. Excuse me. So I get the, and at that time, it wasn't like the little camera y'all got in. It was the big intrusive Canon. I had a battery pack. Hold on, man. So I started following him. So I followed him the whole time. I remember watching Buck at the Beverly Hills Hotel, filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man.
In front of the cage.
And we're also having a party this year in LA. We throw the best parties, the best music. Yeah, we in. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is such a great talent, and he probably didn't know what he was starting when he recorded these Diddy parties because he thought everybody was having a good time, but he might have seen something he wasn't supposed to see. And rumors are, allegedly, that Diddy tried to poison him because he was and that's when he got sick.
Jamie Foxx sharing new details about the mysterious medical emergency that led to his hospitalization last year.
April 11th last year, bad headache. That's my boy for an athlete. It's gone for 20 days. I don't remember anything.
We really don't know a lot of specifics when it comes to the medical conditions. Last year, we were hearing reports of him being unable to walk. So whatever he went through, it was obviously very, very serious.
These are just rumors, but it seems to be a lot of close people around Diddy end up mysteriously passing or almost passing. The list is too long to go through, but here's Jamie Foxx and Diddy performing with who else? Busta Rhymes.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes. Super's That's Monster. That's my thing. But like, this is common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say,
I'm walking New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend. Everybody was out. I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. So I look at the chain and I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up? Now he held my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? He like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? And then meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand. He says, I'm about to go in this club. We got a section. You can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, what? For real? Like,
they say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. He was a gay dude, super cool. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad, pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. He stayed in there with them, bro. Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix. How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes? Oh, I knew about this like in 2012. There's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he'd go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section, it's all men in the section. I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? You got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Pulled them into the section, and then they walled them off like, Like, this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. Anybody that's in the mix, bro, like, you know, bro.
Whatever Busta into is on him. It's not a big deal. But don't forget, Jamie Foxx was recording a lot of these Diddy parties, and Busta was at a lot of these Diddy parties. So we can only assume FBI has his tapes too. Next, Diddy wanted to go into movies, and he took in a new person to go party with him.
Diddy's new to me, right? He looked after me. He took me on an enforced holiday to Vegas. He's a very intense man because I think he comes from nothing, and they're very, very powerful. People that do stuff like that, they're intense. Now,
Yeah, where the fuck is that guy?
say that you don't want to do something, and Diddy does want you to do it. It's really hard.
Blackheart, you know he's the one that made the Rumble thing, right?
Yeah, we are.
You know Russell Brand's the one that made the Rumble ring.
Yo, like what happened to that
Because
guy?
he was publicly speaking about everything that nobody could mute.
Oh, he was
He made an account just for perspective, opinions, and to let your voice be heard. I knew about Russell Brand. I had an idea of him for a long time.
On the plane right now. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Very, very,
Move on
very,
YouTube.
very dear friend of mine. We go way back. Going out on like a date to a guy's night, a normal date, like a man and a woman, or perhaps two gay men or lesbian women. The best possible result of that date is sex. Now, without a heterosexual date, what is the best thing that can happen? Between us. We can find a woman that
That man was married to Katy
If you
Perry.
go to Vegas 28 hours, somebody doesn't go to the hospital, then it wasn't a success. It wasn't a success. So,
Now, clearly, it's obvious that Diddy doesn't actually know for an answer, and he definitely forces you to do stuff. And that's what he's actually in jail for right now. So it's starting to add up. But that's not the only person Diddy would put on a plane and fly around the party with. Apparently, he did this with a lot of people. Diddy just seemed to have an obsession with watching other men hook up with women in front of him.
You know, bad boy, hey, Playboy, hey, here go watch Playboy, here go change Playboy. I'm like, yo, we ever gonna rap?
Your relationship with Diddy, though, is just, it's different.
I was signed to
You were
Diddy.
signed to him?
Signed to Diddy.
What kind of deal was that?
It was I thought it was a rapping deal, but all we did was party, my man. And I was like, yo, we can go get the studio. He like, yo, we gotta go to Freak Nick.
You know, bad boy, hey, Playboy, hey, here go watch Playboy, here go change Playboy. I'm like, yo, we ever gonna rap?
You think that you've worked with a gay rapper?
Yeah, and gay, not being just full out gay, but hiding it, trying to pretend like he, loves girls and live the rap lifestyle. But really, he's a man fan.
He's a man fan.
Yeah, there's a lot of man fans out there in hip hop.
Now, there's plenty of rappers like The Game who showed up to Diddy parties to have fun and hook up with girls, but he didn't know that he was probably being filmed. Other people come specifically for the after party, and some rappers just come to have fun and didn't know that they're being recorded.
What you think about yourself in this industry so far? Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What was
I ain't about to say you and Diddy. Yeah, you and Diddy.
You and Diddy what?
They said he was.
Him and Diddy what? I ain't never heard this one.
They said he said he was Diddy's boy toy. I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
I was in Jamaica with
Osiris in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy.
You think you're out having fun with a hip hop icon, not realizing he's recording you for his own pleasure later. A lot of people fell into this trap, just like French Montana.
To you, happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
It's a special birthday for both of us.
What does he mean, both of us? It seems like Diddy repeats this process a lot where he gets artists when they're early in the game, he hangs out with them, records their partying for his own self-pleasure, and then the next thing you know, the artist starts to have some success. Then you have some artists like 50 Cent question how these people are growing and getting hits when they don't have talent.
If you haven't heard a song with him by himself that's relevant. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that they put on a record, 2 or 3 other guys that already established themselves in order to sell you something. You only got to get away with listening to him for a whole 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and it's worth it. And it goes to somebody that just really work to get there.
Here we see French Montana and Justin Bieber getting weirdly close together, and it's at a Diddy party where most likely they're under the influence and Diddy got them together. He interrupts them, But French and Justin are very close. Now, there's too much to get into with how Justin Bieber was taken advantage of at a young age. And as you can see, it's a pattern of grabbing new artists, getting them intoxicated, taking them out to hook up with women while he watches.
They want you to come to Vegas. So get there.
You already know Usher's gonna be on here, all right?
He's like, all right, Dukes.
Yo, like I said, sorry to say this, but you know Usher's gonna be on here. You know that, right?
We're gonna go out. I'm 20 years old. So we go to the club, get in every single club. It's New Year's Eve. He takes me to 9 clubs. Get to 9 spots over. I'm pooped, man. You know what I mean? Peace out.
Yeah.
Going to sleep? Oh no, we're not going to sleep. And this lasted for 2 days. I didn't see him sleep one time. Remember, get him to the Greek?
Yeah, just like that. What's this? Might as well have been a documentary.
Yesterday, I had smoked something that Puff had gave me, and it was it was as if I had partied 3 nights straight. It was the craziest. Have you seen Get Him to the Greek? The movie?
Yes.
Yeah. You know the Jeffrey scene? Smoked it. Here's a Jeffrey.
Here you go, mate. I'll take the edge off. What is this? It's called a Jeffrey, Aaron. Bit of this, bit of that. What's in this? It's got a bit of opium in it, heroin, crunch trapeze, rocks, methadone, Subutex, morphine, peyote, some other stuff that's unidentifiable, and I think a little bit of angel dust, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Now this is what the music industry is all about. I love this game.
Long story short, he finally finds it, and he's like, "Oh, here you go." He's like, "Now my guy said take 4 hits and stop." All right, and we didn't. I just kept going. Yeah, and so he was like, "Come back up in 5 minutes." And I mean, when I tell you I came back up in 5 minutes and had a result for him, you know what I mean? If it was crazy.
Now, does he smoke any of this, or is he?
No, I have no idea.
As we know, MGK had a few good hits, a little run, and then he kind of fell off a little bit. We're not sure if it's because he stopped messing with Diddy or not. But as we know, Diddy also likes R&B artists.
I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party, all the waitresses topless. They serving you, everybody topless. He got dancers in cages, people walking around with lions on tigers on leashes. I've seen this with my own 2 eyes. But everything everybody said, I've been saying for years, bro. These boys are weird. You will go to a party with them, and you looking around damn, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times. Bobby Valentino was the person I was bodyguarding. He tell me I done got so much before, they don't even really excite me. I'm like, well, what you mean? But he there, so he got 2 girls with him. I think to myself, damn, hold on. These might not be normal girls. Now he say, man, take my girl to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, we walk into the bathroom. You feel me? She go into the men's bathroom. People start swarming the door, so I step inside the bathroom door. She's standing at the urinal, dress lifted up. I'm like, damn.
Now, whatever you like is your preference. It shouldn't matter. But if you're being illegally recorded without your knowledge, that's where the problem starts. But as you know, it hasn't been just people in the music industry.
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro. What? I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with 2 other ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party. Nobody saying nothing. That's why he's not in the league right now.
Sometimes rappers would come over by themselves to hook up with girls at Diddy's house. With everyone being so silent, there's only one reason. Because if you hooked up with somebody at Diddy's house, you were on camera. So you can't say anything.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together. Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. Next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. The dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. Who your cousin? Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel. Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well. And Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. Yo, Ja said, you didn't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Click here if you want to hear what Mace said about Diddy back in the day, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.
Go ahead and click it.
the company. In May 2020, when
Touch
Southwest
them
T from
booties.
BMF was released, 50 made a
No, we ain't gonna do that.
All them allegations. What you do in the dark will come to light, ladies and gentlemen.
Dwight Howard, that's why he's over there. That's why he's overseas and shit.
Yeah, because of the gay shit. All the gay allegations, the dressing up like women and all that other shit. The NBA is still hard on gays in as a profession.
Yeah.
I hate to
Like,
say it.
take a look at like actually in all sports, but the only crazy part is like you take a look at like the NFL. The NFL just recently started.
They're supporting it just because of the mannerism. Like WNBA, the soccer, softball, they support it because that's mainly all they're after. So I don't know, man. That's crazy. That's why around. I mean, this can get thrown in so many different ways. But the way this generation is, the way we support it, the way we're encouraging this stuff, why this shit's the way it is.
It's trash.
Mm-hmm. We living in a fucked up world.
Bunch of punks.
And just imagine how much money. Think about how much money you've spent in the past on an album, the Sean John outfits, all that shit. I haven't seen a Sean John outfit in 12 years.
The Newports,
Ciroc, yeah. You know, a lot of people wait until they got their paycheck just so they could buy that big bottle. Because it's one of those Diddy bottles and shit. Like, crazy.
You just didn't put your mouth on the rim, that's all.
Oh, God.
Chardonnay.
Crazy, man. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell. Y'all know what it is. The McMahon and Diddy trials is fucking ridiculous. My head's already spinning. This is only just from the tapes. This is only from a YouTube video. Imagine what other people got their own little shit out there. There's tons of shit that he could be going and be in the fucking abyss just to find out about all this shit. You know what I mean? Every content creator out there have already made a video about Diddy and shit. Somehow, some way. We just happen to be one of those motherfuckers too. So, but both these motherfuckers is guilty. Both niggas is guilty.
Get a butt guilty.
They need to get.
I need to play that Uncle Ruckus thing real quick. Wait, I gotta play the Uncle Ruckus thing real quick where he was Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, the truth will come out.
Ain't that nigga now? I got the rope right here.
They told Uncle Ruckus in court.
Mm-hmm.
Damn monkey. What the hell is wrong with you?
Down there in the Bill Robert. That had between me and Martin Luther so-called king. Only king I know of Elvis Presley. Sorry, so. Oh, you don't remember me? Well, I've been throwing bricks at your marching ass since 1959.
And so, brothers and sisters, you know why.
Hey, shut the hell up, you black son bitch. What's wrong with y'all? Thank God for the white man's infinite mercy, Martin Luther King. Because if it was up to me, I'd unleash the hound and turn y'all niggas into puppet child. I was happy at the back of the bus. Ah!
Oh, my eyeball!
Okay, so can anybody tell me who's the voice of Uncle Ruckus?
Cedric,
That was the gay dude. That was the gay dude that was on Soul Plane.
Yeah,
he was the shortest. The one that sung "I'm a Survivor" and talk about his Asian lover Lee. That's Mr. Uncle Ruckus. For those that didn't know. But shout out to Regina King because she did Riley and Huey and you know, did her thing. It sucks that
Y'all
stuff like
was
that.
cool.
Yeah, R.I.P. But that shit was cut off too soon. Every time we do something great, it's always the industry.
No.
That shit
Yo, you already want to know why it got cut off?
because it was a sex scandal.
No. Tyler Perry.
Oh, when they did that Medea shit.
Yep.
Now, he thought he was gonna get off of that old I'm blind excuse. But oh boy, he's having another thing coming. The jury will now go off and deliberate on. Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Fuck me. Oh my God. Uncle fucking Ruckus, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, try to
I'm
expose.
about to pull some Uncle Ruckus shit on my ass and be like,
Bro,
hey,
Derek went off.
Yeah, I would say this. No bullshit. If R. Kelly can go to jail for something he did, Vince Ben is going to go to jail the same way. That's how Diddy should go to jail. That's my opinion.
Two different types of money.
Right?
Yeah.
Two different types of money.
Black money and white money.
Yep, two different types of money. Hate to say it. Two different types of money.
Follow us
Bro.
everywhere, folks. At OTTR Mob everywhere. Follow the Society Network as well. Now that we got big news involving SNW Spooktober, Slam October 4th. Now we'll be streaming live as well as it can be on the Wrestling Society Network as well. So you can catch us on the Wrestling Society Network, the Infinite Plus Network, and of course YouTube as well. This Friday night, y'all not there. Get y'all tickets. It's still time. Easy.
Yeah, get the tickets, motherfuckers.
Or pay at the door. You know what I'm saying? It's showtime. It's spooky time.
Yeah, and if you want that game in 2K, you better show up so I can whoop that ass.
It's Spooktober Slam.
They also got Mario Kart. If you want to do Mario Kart, I'll play anybody in Mario Kart for popcorn.
Is it the actual arcade thing, or is it just like a?
It's an actual arcade. It's an arcade / bar, but it's open up. It's open up to the kids until about 8 o'clock, and then after 7, and then after that, it's adults.
It's us.
So,
but there's gonna be kids there too, stuff like that. Because we have a kids intermission for trick or treaters. You know what I'm saying? So kids are gonna be there.
I'm gonna try my best not to choke slam a kid through the table.
Don't do that. Anyway,
so
get your tickets. Follow us everywhere. Follow the networks. We growing this goddamn thing. Don't spray hate. Spread love. As Chrissy said in the comments, the truth always comes out. And we're going to see a lot more names being name dropped in the next several weeks. So the whole industry is going to be shocked and rocked to its core.
You're going to hear Old McDonald. Money right now. You're going to hear Old McDonald. You're going to hear
Humpty Dumpty.
Shit, Humpty Dumpty.
Damn.
Hat in the Hat.
Slippery slope. They're going to figure out how he fell off the wall.
You're going to hear about Benya, the Gullah Gullah Island polywalks.
Now, Benya.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah.
That was such a catchy ass song.
Gullah Gullah Island.
That was so underrated.
It really was underrated.
That song, I loved it. I mean, if you had a bad day as a kid,
let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah, Benya.
Let's put your food in your heart.
That was the best part of the year.
It's hilarious.
Come and let's stay together in the bright sunny weather. Oh, my bad.
Hey, we go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Shout out to the Gullah Gullah Island.
Shout out to all the ladies that look like Benya.
Respect for.
You got a bunch of ladies out here that look like Benyas. You know what I'm saying?
Send their asses to the shadow.
Yeah. Not
Yeah, a
yet.
bunch of beignets without no polywogs.
Okay.
Wow.
Listen, just follow us everywhere. Cop them tickets. October.
Feel me, Warren? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm so stupid.
Follow SNW everywhere at Supernova_Wrestling on Instagram.
All they can do is
Follow
Howard
us
the
on
Duck.
Twitter at We Are SNW and follow us on Supernova Wrestling on Facebook.
You got to meet a Jessica Rabbit though.
That we do that. Cop them tickets, watch them things. You know what I'm saying? Just the rejuvenation. We are SNW.
You had a lot of pairs on Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, you even got it tatted. Look at you.
Mm-hmm. I had fun. Yeah,
Instead of signed deal, you got an ink deal.
Both.
You gotta get it colored, then.
Nah,
I gotta get a
I
gotta get a bacon marble
right now
on
with
my back.
everything else and stuff like that. I didn't want to have like a big ass like because you see it from like afar. If you're walking towards me and shit like that, I didn't want that popping out. So I'm like, nah, I'm
That
gonna
man
keep
said he
that.
didn't want like a bat signal on his arm.
Yes,
I want to get a
Did I want that?
I want to get a gravy bowl on my chest so I can tell people to eat this.
What?
Pause.
Go around. I gotta recover from that.
What?
That man said I'm on a gravy bowl. I'm done.
Yeah, so like when you got the ladies over and the ladies like, oh, you got a nice chest, and it's like, oh, what's that? And you're like, oh, it's an arrow.
Dora's
It's an arrow.
confused. Like,
It's an
How
arrow on
in
my
depth,
chest that goes
like,
down, and then on my
are you gonna
stomach.
put a graphic of a gravy bowl?
Yeah, it's gonna be a gravy bowl with some food on it, and the steam's gonna come out, and then above the steam, it's gonna say "Eat this," and then that's it. You know what I'm saying?
just like not on my watch.
Or I could get like a stack, and I could shave my pubes and put this tattoo stack right there, so I can have a chick blow my money whenever I want to.
And this wasn't some weak ass training lessons either.
And that's no Diddy. That's no Diddy.
I'm scared.
That's no Diddy.
Worry, go.
It's Funhouse time. You know what I'm saying? What's the magic word?
I don't know.
He said the magic word is people.
Oh my
What did Diddy do wrong besides show love and a good time to people who on his own just to
really got someone that's really trying to get
By the
ugly
same
with
people
this.
trying to agree he was willing
You
to
must have
ruin
been in his
reputation.
party.
Yeah, Abraham Josh. I think you need to
Yeah,
go
he must have been in his party.
No, he needs some Robitussin and sit his ass down somewhere. You wouldn't allow nobody to come into your house and fuck around with somebody else and ruin your shit.
And
when you got $1 billion and you really
you're
gonna do
in
this
it?
shit?
Yeah.
And,
bro.
and takes your manhood. You got nothing.
You're recording everyone that's trying to have a good time.
Hey,
and
man.
you take their cell
That shit
phones.
is blackmail. Right.
And you take the cell phones. And you take the
Yeah,
cell phones.
that's a little sketchy to me.
What if they had kids? What if something happened to the
I
kid?
wouldn't have
The kid
agreed
come
to
back?
that. I'm sorry. They had to already be drugged to be taking their cell phones.
Hey, when you with Diddy, anything's possible. And he said it. Do as I say, not as I do.
Hey man, it's always Kane Nation 5-0. We get college game day next week. Jaguars. Y'all are giving me a mental breakdown. Buzzing with Marlo, we got our new episode coming out this Friday. I will not be on Sunday with y'all, sadly. I will be in Orlando with my kids. We're getting my son for a week, so we're going to go out to Disney World. That's what he's been wanting to do. So we're going to go to that Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween thing. So we're going to be doing all that. So
This dude's weird. Yeah, this dude's weird. He never been at one of those parties.
That's a clickbait guy.
Bro, that's
No
all.
way Someone's going to sit there and
What's
call
all
that
in this
handsome
dumb shit?
after all that. No,
See what happens when you start talking about Diddy? All these Diddys want to
this
come
man
and
said
start trolling.
he's handsome. I'm done.
You want a glizzy too? You want to be glizzy with Diddy sauce, nigga? Fuck.
Don't zoom in camera when he said something like that on me.
Oh man,
that's terrible.
Well, I'm gonna say how Mitch
That
said.
better
I'm the
not
only
be a
one with the
short
guts.
either.
I'm the only one with the guts to say it.
It's scary to say it though. It's scary to say it because you know what the hell could come with it.
All right, man. That's the
wanna
Gravy
keep
Bowl
it fun.
special from Uncle Fat today.
Right.
My God.
Right. You want to talk that dumb shit? We'll talk about my gravy bowls.
Okay. Warren, you want to finish your victory? You will have before. I don't know what this comment is. I just don't even want to play it.
The acai
Also,
bowl.
man, make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all check out Commission Toss. We're gonna be back Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we're back up again. Every 5 p.m. Eastern time. I think this week we'll be on Dre's on the 11:30 podcast. Shout out to them, man. They're doing great work. They've been playing around with TikTok. They can have that one. I don't want that network. But shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Shout out to all the contributors that we've had. Shout out to people who contribute. Buzzing with Marlo. We just hit the top charts again on Good Pods and on Amazon Pods, which was insane because I've only done 3 episodes since we came back on season 6. So yeah, appreciate it, y'all.
That's what happens when you chill with niggas. Your ratings go up.
Warren.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
I can't say that, and then after you just said something about a gravy bowl, I can't.
Hey, listen, this gravy bowl is for the moment. Hey, listen.
I really wish that Big Mike was here. I really wish that Big Mike was here. And shout out to him because yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, and he did.
Shout out to Big
he
Mike,
was celebrating. Hold on. I saw a clip. Hold on. Me and Big Mike got beat. Because this dude was actually at one of them hotels that's surrounded with a pool that's got a bed in
Oh,
the
yeah.
front. And
Big
this
Mike was
motherfucker
living
there,
life.
And he was trolling the towel and shit, getting his Jamaican
I think that's the
rock
one. I think that was
on
when he went
and
to
telling
Tennessee.
nobody.
I think that's when he went to Tennessee. I don't think that's.
But it's all love, Big Mike. You know, we love you. Can't wait to have you back on the show. You tell us all the good things, even though you won't because you're private. But just keep being the Tommy that you are. We'll always respect you.
Oh yeah, the Titans win this week.
Oh, shout out to the listeners and the show. Shout out to the family and those that's been chiming in. To my bros, I love y'all like always. It's always fun to indulge with y'all every Sunday. Keep tuning in. To Paul Peters, you can suck a fat one. To Abraham, you need a hug and you need some Robitussin.
I don't know if you want to give him a hug. Remember what he said?
No, I said he needs a hug. I didn't say I was going to give him a hug. I said he needs a hug and some Robitussin.
You're not going.
Just keep
Bear plays it in, plus the foul, and an exclamation point from Rudy Gobert as Anthony Edwards.
Now I got a gimmick for you, Uncle Fat. Since you said you're gonna get a gravy bowl tattoo, do you?
I'm gonna be throwing
It's gonna be called Stir the Gravy. Stir the Gravy. That's your finisher.
Yeah, my finisher is gonna be called the Baconator.
The belly to gravy.
The belly to gravy.
The belly to gravy.
No, that's the signature. That's the signature. My finisher is gonna be
Bro,
called.
we will edit that video. Hey, you remember the thing where they show Sonic when he gets hit and the rings pop up? Every time Uncle Fat's hit it, you just do the little graphic with Sonic.
We're not doing no cheesy bullshit. No, that's cheesy. That's cheesy. It's cheesy shit.
Cheesy builds ratings.
No. My finisher is gonna be called. My finisher is gonna be called the Baconator. My signature could be the Gravy Bowl Special, 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just leave it like that. Oh, and
if you hear this, he's got the gravy.
Make sure you tune in. Make sure you go get your tickets for Spooktober Slam October 4th. And also, I'm in the process of putting together some shit. I haven't gotten down to it, but I'm going to try to put together a show called The Big Fun Facts. Facts spelled PHACTS. The Big Fun Facts. Okay, and with your boy Uncle Fats, where we're gonna be talking about some real shit and some funny shit. It's about to get grimy. It's gonna be giddy, and if you don't like it, you can suck it because I don't give a shit. You're not whooping nobody's ass over here. Family first over anything, so you can't kiss my ass. And make sure that you tune in. I'll let you know when shit's about to go down. Nothing has been solidified, but it's in the working. So just look out for the name. It'll be on social media platforms soon. So just tune in, keep tuning in. More updates are coming. And you said you suck. I dare you.
When's the competition? We're waiting. Everybody's been waiting.
He's better take that shit out of his nose first, because if I see him, I might pull that bitch.
No, I'm talking about you and Dukes. Y'all were supposed to do like a run or something.
No, that was based upon the playoffs. That was if New York was going to come up here and face Boston, then we were going to have a race.
Damn.
I don't want to. Deuce has to work, and I don't want him going to work hurt and injured because he busted a tire.
Wait, what?
He said he busted.
How do we get from this? How we try to do a victory lap, and you over here now throwing shade at Deuce?
No, because he said what happened to Deuce. Because he said what happened with the shit between me and Deuce, and I said that was all based upon the playoffs. So it just has to wait. But I said I don't want to put Deuce out of commission, and you know he
not gonna lie, that picture says exactly my expression to that.
Coincidence? I think not.
You know what?
Jesus Christ! How do you even let that happen?
That man said going to work with a busted tire.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna do things differently this go around. I usually go out for the jokes, but you know what? Shout out to all the listeners out there. For the ones that want to come out to the show on October 4th, please do. Y'all gonna have fun. This is what we all gonna be there. So if you want to interact with us, we'll interact with y'all as well. Shout. You know what? I'm gonna be a real advocate right now. Shout out to the people who go to going to mental health. For those people out there in the world that actually go through things without people knowing what they actually are going through, it's always tough. Always have a real support system behind it, because when days get tough, you really gonna need that real support. And right now, those are the ones that you really need to get your eye on and things like that. For myself, shout out to my son. Shout out to my boys. You already know I'm not gonna mention your names because I know y'all probably sleeping right now. You know what? That's it. I got nothing else to say. Tune in next week. We gonna be here, same time, same place, same area codes, but we're gonna bring the laughter in. And we out.
We doing the CD time. We gonna be on time. You've been late for
Kind of scare me with this, man. It feels very cryptic. You okay?
Brooks.
Yo.
Did you just hear me? I said that felt kind of cryptic. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Did you eat?
We'll talk afterwards.
Good.
But on the plus side.
Oh shit, he's pulling his wig. Something's going on. What happened?
Ew.
Oh wait. I took out my braids, bro.
I don't know why you're pulling on your hair.
I don't know. That's looking weird from afar. That's looking weird from afar.
I thought you was having a Victoria moment over there. Just
I was out of his skin for a second.
Like mankind over there just getting ready to start pulling out his hand.
Okay, you know what? To everyone at home, catch Black Arts Angels when they return back on Saturday, 4 p.m. Rest of the Asylum.
We got Bad Blood next week.
Yeah, and Bad Boys next Saturday too. Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot of blood that's not gonna be bad.
So y'all gotta give me y'all picks kind of early because we're gonna be busy on Friday ourselves. Shit. You know what I'm saying? By the time we wake up, man, it's already gonna be like, oh shit, we got Bad Blood in a few hours. Oh crap. We
I have a feeling this is gonna be real good. Yo, shout out to the Yeet Master for being champ too, man.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
We ain't gonna be able to end this show now.
No, it's ended. I'm just saying we gotta give shout out to the Yeet.
All right, so we gotta get a 1, 2, 3, Yeet.